This episode of Beaten Down is brought to you by Arco Roofing.
Are you in need of a new roof? Look no further than Arco Roofing. With nearly 20 years in the residential and commercial construction business, Arco Roofing doesn't just know how to re-roof your house or business, they understand how it was built.
Maybe you don't need a complete re-roof, perhaps just a repair will do. Arco's experienced team can assess your situation and provide the best solution for your needs, whether it's a minor fix or a full replacement.
Also mention that you heard about them on the Beaten Down podcast, and you'll receive $500 off any new roof.
Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your biggest investment with Arco Roofing. Call them today with your free roof report at 940-654-9096 or 817-304-1065. Again, that's Arco Roofing at 940-654-9096 or 817-304-1065. This episode of Beaten Down is brought to you by ABC Dump Roll-Off Dumpster Rental. ABC Dump is a locally owned and operated company. With 11, 15, 20, and 30 cubic yard dumpsters, they have the size for every occasion. Whether you're remodeling the house, cleaning out the garage, or doing commercial construction, they have the right size for your project. With upfront pricing and easy online ordering, ABC Dump makes ordering a dumpster as simple as possible. Give them a call or text at 682-803-8031 or order online at abcdump.net. That's abcdump.net. Okay.
And we're back again on a special
Early edition.
Wednesday night.
Early edition.
Thanks, Daniel.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Some of us are busy on the weekends, you know?
Yeah,
We don't have to check.
that's true.
We don't have enough shit going on in our lives. We got to make ourselves busy
Yeah, no shit.
on the only time we have off.
Yeah,
Although that's not me. So
it's me this fucking week. God.
Blake gets to go down to Poteet, Texas
For the
again.
third time this year. Another funeral.
He missed it so much.
Yeah. It'll be nice and hot this time. We thought it was hot when we went.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, had to drive down there Friday. Funeral Saturday at 10. Come back. Had to drive Mama down there.
Well, we could have recorded Saturday night.
God, I'd probably be getting back in like at 8. That was that time when it was Tristan's 21st birthday, and y'all were like, come on out. And I was like, I'm not even in town yet.
Oh, yeah. God, that was a long night, too. Dave was there with us partying.
We were at Ref's, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Then we went to that.
That secret place?
Silent Pig or something.
Blind Pig.
Blind Pig.
Something like that. The Flying Pig Festival's coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Is it June or July?
Yeah, I already looked. I'll be out of town.
Oh, will you?
It's going to be a hot bitch anyway.
Yeah.
That's all right. I enjoy that festival. Something new.
Yeah, I like
mean,
all of them.
Yeah. No, anytime
The Christmas one.
Oh, God, it's so good.
Yeah.
Last year they didn't. Oh, they did the snow slide last year, right? Because the year before they did the ice skating.
Oh, yeah.
That was for Mary Wells?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, the slide seemed to be a bigger hit.
Yeah, but only one person at a time. Where the ice skating, everybody can ice skate at one time.
It wasn't nice.
Oh, it wasn't ice. You're right.
It was plastic
It was
skating.
plastic skating.
Yeah. But it's neat how they got that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's neat that they could make that work. It's just like plexiglass bottom or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
We'll start off this bang. I'm going to let y'all eat this because
Tristan's
I don't want it to
slicing even on the VR.
I don't want it to be cold.
Oh, so Blake brought us something to eat.
I want y'all to try
He made something for us to try. You missed it when he brought that jug. I hope it's a jug.
I heard y'all on the other one eating all them damn ice cream sandwiches. I missed that. And Pringles?
No.
No, it was some bacon.
Bacon cheddar, hot fries.
yeah.
Or hot Cheetos, I mean.
Oh, y'all were talking about fat women and Pringle cans. That's what it was.
He loved those beef and bean burrito chips. They were not good.
I said they were okay. Those stupid.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The best ones were the flaming hot bacon and
Yeah,
Bacon and
something
So,
like that.
Have you seen that video of talking about the Pringle can?
Uh-oh.
Dude's on a date, giving her Pringles. And he gets another Pringles can that don't have a bottom in it. And she could reach into, but she found more than Pringles in there.
So I
Yeah.
made this in honor of Cody.
In honor of Cody?
I wish she would have been here. I did a homemade chicken pot pie that I made.
Oh.
You know how
Yeah.
much Cody loves that.
Cody loves chicken pot pie. I was wondering what that weird skunk smell was.
That's the weed in it.
Do we have to wait?
Go for it.
Oh.
I just want y'all to try it.
Dude, that is good.
That is good.
Put a little lemon or something in there.
No.
Lime. There's something kind of lemon pepper.
Salt, pepper, garlic, and little chupacabra.
Did you cook up the chicken?
Oh, I know what the chicken is. The rotisserie chicken.
I was going to say, did you get a rotisserie chicken
Yeah.
from? Yeah.
Yeah.
Shred it up and then,
That's good.
like I said, make me and Chess love that shit. Make it like once a week.
That is.
You make it once a week? Dude,
Sometimes we will roll.
that's something only on my birthday.
What?
Homemade chicken pot pie only on
Really?
my birthday. I love it so much that I don't want to
Yeah.
get to where I don't like it.
This is the first time I've made it since the wintertime because it's really good when it's cold. And I was like, Chess bought this stuff for it. And she's like, hey, make that. And I was like,
This is
That's
good.
good. I approve.
good.
So it's one of those lemon pepper chickens. Or something.
Rotisserie. It says,
Yeah.
but then I do salt, pepper, garlic, little Cajun chupacabra. And I just use the can of veg all
Yeah.
because I tried it with the frozen vegetables too. I
No.
like the veg all better.
Yep.
And then just a pie topper and butter on top, and
So good.
it's so easy too. Oh, and cream of chicken.
Yeah. It's good.
But it's so much better than the
It's real good.
because we bought one pre-made one at Brookshire's to try it. I was like, this is fucking better. It's
Easy. They're easy to
costs
make.
like
Yeah.
$12 to make it.
Yeah. Oh God. Well, that was good. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'd made it, and I was like, I'm gonna bag up some of this. Not too much though, because I had to have enough for me to eat tomorrow.
Well, let's get into some stuff real quick before we just start going off on the deep end.
I got one thing too.
Okay. Have you heard the rumor about Bill Belichick and his fiancee? Remember the interview where they asked him how they met, and she's like, "We're not answering that." Or whatever.
Don't say at a Diddy party.
No,
Epstein
Thank
Island.
no, no.
Well, supposedly they met on a plane. She was reading. This is a story, right? They were on a plane. She was reading a book that he had just read. So he commented on it. Said, "Oh, you're reading that book? I just finished it. What do you think of it?" And she was like 20. She was pretty young because this was like, and he was however old he was, you know. And they stayed in contact, kind of, for a couple of years, and then they got together when she got like what?
Well, so
When she
Supposedly that's-
figured out how much money he had.
yeah, who is this guy?
Supposedly that's like the first time they ever met, and it was like 2 or 3 years before they ever started dating.
Well, so the rumor has it around the
Rumor has
rumor
it.
mill, and we all know where my rumors come from.
Ticky talkie.
That Bill Belichick is involved in another semi-cheating scandal
Okay.
that involves his girlfriend because she was a cheerleader.
Sure. I don't know that.
Okay.
Probably. That would fit.
I mean, she could qualify.
So he was going to help recruit, help recruit cheerleaders for the New England Patriots. But why would the head coach
Bill Belichick was going to recruit cheerleaders.
was
That
helping to recruit?
Why would he give a fuck about that?
Well, rumor has it they were using cheerleaders
Oh, for
on
spies.
as spies on the opposing
Now
sideline.
that I can see happening. Spygate and everything
And
else.
that's how they, I guess, either reconnected or
that makes sense.
dude. If that's real,
And there, well,
because why would the head coach?
and it almost seems like, to me, she's got something on him. Because why would he? I mean, because by this time,
Well, they're fiancés now. Right?
Have you heard her like in it? She takes over everything, and I was like, Bill Belichick's like a control freak. I know it's young.
Well, maybe that's why he's a control freak as a coach.
I know it's young Chica, but that even gets old sooner or later.
I mean,
crazy.
people look at her and go, "Who would cheat on her?" But the old saying goes, "Somewhere somebody's tired of her shit."
Yeah.
And she seems. Yeah, I don't know that makes sense. I like it.
I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah.
But that's real in depth.
buy
Like
it.
that's some
Somebody did some
in
homework.
depth scheming to be like,
Well, hell yeah.
y'all are over there. You're close enough.
Well,
you
they
can
had-
see things.
They had Spygate. They had the
Deflategate.
Deflategate. I mean, why not?
I mean, I don't know.
I
All right.
believe it.
So we all love a good conspiracy theory,
Yes.
right? If you could only pick one conspiracy theory, and it turn out to be true, and if it does turn out to be true, you win, let's say, $10 million. Which one are you going to bank on?
Damn.
Dave's going to go flat Earth.
I figured he was going to go Wiener Earth.
I was gonna bring this up. I was thinking about it on the way home.
Okay.
Explain volcanoes though. If it's flat, I don't know about.
Well, it's not literally flat because there's hills and mountains and.
Yeah, see, it's horseshit.
I
man.
doubt myself every now and then.
I would bank, but you got to now. You also, I don't know if you choose one, then it's revealed if it's true or not. Maybe I don't know how the logistics of this works, but let's just say when you choose one, it is revealed whether it is real or not. But I would go with probably the pyramids or something to that effect, that they weren't tombs, that they are.
Yeah, that's a safe one. I mean, it's going so it's something that the pyramids.
Or that they're hiding something in Antarctica.
I'm gonna go with the new one. Aliens living under the sea.
Dude, that'd be awesome to find out it's real.
Yeah.
Under the sea.
And they're mermaids.
JFK assassination.
Oh, that the CIA was involved in.
Yeah, and it wasn't just Lee Harvey. I mean, that's to me,
Yeah.
that's
That's
the one.
I think
To me, that's the one that it's easiest. I mean,
Yeah,
they're
but-
already starting to leak
it's,
stuff out,
It's conspiracy, but I think everyone knows.
but still, you
without
get to
knowing.
finally know for a fact. For sure, he did not act alone. For sure, it seems like our government,
Was involved.
they want to nom. I'm going to go with that one because I was still leaning towards we didn't land on the moon when we say we did.
Oh, that's another good one.
Because I think we eventually did, but I don't think we did when we said we just wanted to beat the Russians.
Right.
So those two are ones that.
I still don't think we've been to the moon.
I don't either.
But the JFK thing.
But yeah,
to me-
moon. Yeah, it'd be one of those three. Moon landing's a hoax. JFK assassination. He wasn't alone, and the government was involved. And
the pyramids are way older than what they say.
Yeah, and they're actually
Because everything
ancient technology.
they're already finding out that how they dated them ain't even like close.
Yeah.
Now they're finding all that shit underneath.
Did you look at any of that stuff?
Yeah.
Isn't it weird?
Go down a hole for hours.
It's sound like a Tuesday night to me.
Yeah. Ugh. Which hole?
So we got a little in-studio entertainment. Tristan brought his Oculus out here and is playing golf on his Oculus. He said he needed to practice.
But we could see that he's slicing even with that thing.
You know, I've almost been hit 2 or 3 times already.
Look, he just topped that one.
You know, I've played this. Tristan goes, "Oh, you need to play this to warm up to play golf." And I go, "Absolutely not." He goes, "Why?" I said, "Because it gives you a false sense of security that you can hit the ball."
Or maybe it might work though.
No, I've tried it.
No.
It doesn't help me. It makes me feel like I can drive the ball 700 yards. And we all know that's not true.
Yeah, just 6.
Thank you.
I have 3 birdies.
He has 3 birdies
This is
on his
PGA. This is a PGA.
I got one.
on his fake golf. He's got 3 birdies.
Whatever. It's real to them.
It's real to me,
Okay.
damn it.
You still going?
No, go ahead.
Okay, I got one here. This is a little thing that I got off your news source.
Fox News.
I almost sent it to y'all, but then I was like, oh, I'll save it for the Yeah, now you might have seen it because we all have the same. So this is
Our algorithm's pretty much the same.
there's a lot of these, but this one to me was very interesting. It's historical events you didn't know were happening at the same time.
Okay.
I've seen these before, but
I don't
this one
think
to
I've
me,
seen it, but go ahead.
this one to me was pretty interesting because you never think about some of these things. So, the first one is the iconic photo of the Beatles' Abbey Road album
Okay.
was taken on the same day that the Manson murders took place.
Oh God.
So, Charles Manson's
Yeah.
when they were murdering this, that was the same day when
They
that
were
picture-
taking the picture of the Abbey Road.
Isn't that weird? But that's not even. That's just the tip of the iceberg.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. This one was pretty crazy to me. So in 1940, the U.S. saw the opening of the first McDonald's restaurant. All while Poland, at the same time, saw the opening of the infamous Auschwitz concentration camp.
Oh God.
So the same day, like when
They
McDonald's,
opened
yeah,
Oh my God.
it's a big switch there.
Didn't you go there while you were over there?
No, I didn't go to Auschwitz. That's in Poland.
Oh.
I didn't go to Poland. William Shakespeare and the real Pocahontas were alive at the same time and died within 1 year and 100 miles of each other.
Pocahontas.
So he
and
was over
Shakespeare.
here when
I guess so.
when he died?
Yeah.
Dude,
Isn't that crazy? And here is something to go with the Egypt conspiracy stuff. The last woolly mammoth were still roaming the earth when the Great Pyramids were under construction.
well, that's debatable, but I'm with you. I mean, yeah.
So there were...
I also like the fact that Cleopatra was alive closer to the iPhone invention than she was when the pyramids were built.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? And they still don't know where her... They don't know where her tomb is. It's never been found.
Oh, I saw something on that where
Because
was
supposedly...
it Cleopatra?
Yeah. They never found where she was buried.
There was somebody, maybe it was, I don't know, somebody where they were like, they were supposed. Oh no, it's Alexander the Great. They don't know where he's buried
Yeah.
either
Yeah.
because
There's a lot of...
like they.
Well, they don't know where Genghis Khan...
Yeah, There's
There's a
Genghis
lot of
Khan's
them
another
where
one?
they don't know where they're...
Yeah,
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Especially with... You see how close Cleopatra was to dying to... They don't know where she... So here's another... The company Nintendo was founded in 1888. The same year that Jack the Ripper was killing spree in London.
dude, that's a name I hadn't heard in forever. Jack the Ripper.
But Nintendo was founded in 1888, the company.
What were they doing in 1888?
Well, Nintendo wasn't a game system
No.
when it was first.
Oh,
Nintendo was. God, it was like a.
I can't remember. They were plumbers.
Yes, they were plumbers.
Oh, wait, that was the Mario Brothers.
no, they were building wagon wheels?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was.
And there's some more like that, like Cleopatra here and there. Before Nintendo was a gaming powerhouse, it had quite the eclectic history. It was founded in 1889. So you're wrong.
This says 88.
These traditional Japanese, originally producing Hanafuda playing cards. These traditional Japanese cards became popular, and Nintendo even partnered with Disney in 1959 to feature their characters on the cards. Nintendo didn't stop at cards. They experimented with instant rice, love hotels, and a taxi cab service in the 1960s. The Love Hotel venture was particularly infamous and was reportedly attracted interest from the Yakuza,
Yakuza.
leading Nintendo to exit the industry. Eventually, the company shifted towards toys, creating products like Ultra Hand before fully diving into video games in the 1970s.
That's pretty crazy.
Love hotels? Is that a
Brothel?
brothel?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
got to be what that is.
Yeah, I mean...
I mean, I guess you could love.
So Charles Darwin
Okay.
and Abraham Lincoln were born on the same exact day in the year 1809.
So the guy who Darwinism, that's natural selection?
Sure.
I think that's right.
Probably.
No, Darwinism. That was the husband on Bewitched.
Oh
no, that's Darren. That's Darren.
Darren.
Okay.
There was a Darren and there was
Yeah,
two of them.
natural selection.
The Last Samurai.
The movie?
No, the actual samurai.
Oh.
The Last Samurai were still alive when the first telephone call was made back in 1876. Theoretically, the Last Samurai could have made a phone call to the Queen Victoria almost 150 years ago.
Do you remember who Alexander Graham Bell called with the first call?
I don't remember.
He called his assistant, and he was like, "Hey, Charles, can you come in here?" Or something like that.
What are you wearing?
Yeah. What are you wearing? I can see you in the other room, but what are you wearing?
So that was a little.
Did y'all ever use? Think back when we were young, and this may date us a little bit. And they did it in Grown Ups too. The tin cans with strings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did that ever work for y'all?
I don't think
We
so.
tried.
I was convinced as a kid.
We used cups rather than tin cans. And
Yeah.
I think that's what they used.
I think
in-
you wanted it to be like a real thing, but I don't
Yeah.
think it
It
really
works.
worked.
Damn it! You got to have the metal cans though.
It's still real to me, damn it. Well, yeah. I mean, I think it's just the vibration. I think.
Vibrates down the string, and you hear some kind of noise. And I'm sure you were always close enough to actually hear them enough to. I can hear you.
I hear what you're saying. Yeah, that was always. I mean, we tried it a few times, but it never.
It was always fishing string, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because because like string would like cloth string would just absorb the
Like yarn.
the vibration.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd have to have something that could be taut that could vibrate through to the other one.
And I think they were not using fishing string and grown ups either.
No, they were using string. Like,
yeah, like regular string.
You know, it's a movie.
Fake news.
It's a movie.
Fake news. That's my new conspiracy right there.
Have you
That
seen?
didn't work.
Have you seen the trailer for the new Happy
Oh
Gilmore?
yes.
Dude,
Well,
Yeah.
maybe.
he sucks again at golf.
And you got
Yeah.
freaking.
And he goes something about because you eat bags of
You eat
shit,
pieces of shit for breakfast.
pieces of shit for breakfast.
And it looks like Chubb's,
and then he tackles you.
Chubb's son's in it.
Chubb's son also has a
It
wooden
also
hand.
has a wooden hand, it looks like. It'll be good.
I
It'll
like
be
that
good
they
just to
brought
watch.
back. What was her name? She plays Claire
Love
Dunphy.
interest, yeah.
Claire Dunphy in Modern Family.
Yeah.
Is that didn't I see July 25th, right?
Julie Bowman.
Is
Yes,
when that comes out.
something like that. I'm very
I'll watch
excited
it.
about that. New Stranger Things comes out this year,
Finally.
November
Now they're-
19th,
Yeah, they're doing like a.
and then a Christmas Day,
And
and
then
then
a
New
New
Year's
Year's
Day.
I have a confession.
You've never seen it?
Of
No,
course you have.
no, I
Oh.
have.
Oh,
Oh,
But Millie Bobby Brown,
mm-hmm.
how many years was the last Stranger Things?
It's been a while.
3 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like it's longer than that.
Well, she's like
Okay,
21. They're all like
so-
21, 22 now. Didn't she get married?
She's popping up a lot on my Facebook.
Oh, boy.
And she's in bikinis, and
Yeah.
she does not seem like the Millie Bobby Brown that was in the
Yeah.
other ones.
Didn't she get married?
Oh, I don't know. Did you see
Right.
that?
Yeah,
so
they're all supposed to still be. They're all going to be like 25.
when she interviewed for that to get that show, that there was like 300 other people in there interviewing or something, and so she ended up like the roll called for shaving their heads, and a ton of girls were like, "Nope, I'm out," and so she did shave her head, and so
She-
then like 2 or 3 seasons later, it called for her head to be shaved again, but that time they just wore the. She didn't have to shave her head.
Yeah.
She is Australian,
Sure.
I think,
I thought she was
or
from
something.
like England or something.
Yeah, she's
She's definitely.
she
not
has a
American.
heavy, thick accent when she's not on that show.
Yeah, it's always
yeah.
weird when you see people talking in like that. You never even. You're like, oh,
Yeah, there was somebody the
she's
other
21. She did get married.
Well, she's and then the rumor is all the cast doesn't like her.
day. Oh, y'all watch Chicago Fire?
Tasha does.
Okay, the old lieutenant. He's the white dude, and he's moved off now. Anyway, his name was Matt.
Is that the one that was married to
Yeah.
the girl that was flying the plane?
I think so.
There was like a plane that she had to fly the
Anyway,
plane. Or
he's
something?
Australian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so the black guy that played the fire chief,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
he's Australian. So they were talking one day in an interview, and it was like,
What the?
what the heck? Just
So-
don't even sound right.
So she was born in Spain,
Oh,
but her
okay.
parents were British.
I was way off. Wrong country.
Close though.
She moved back from England when she was 4. When they were 8, they moved to Florida. Jesus. And then she got that Stranger Things not too long after that.
You know the this new season is going to be very because they've all now grown up. You know,
Yeah.
they're all
They're not
Yeah.
supposed to be, but
but
I just wonder. Everybody's banking like who's going to die and who's going to live.
I'm gonna
Well,
have
that's
to
the
go.
big thing.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch
No
the
shit.
last
Well-
episode of the last season.
well, have you seen like they're saying that all the monsters has been pictures that Will has drawn
Well,
from the previous
like
season
he's
or whatever.
definitely going to be. Everybody says like
Yeah, but like, so he drew
He's
like
still-
the upside down big monsters or whatever it
because
was.
he was trapped so bad. He's linked.
But and he drew Vecna. And then did you know or see what he drew? I saw a video, so I wouldn't have remembered if I didn't see the video. What he drew and gave to Mike, like at the end of the season or whatever.
What season? This last
The
one?
last one, he drew a
What
picture
was that?
and he opened it up, and it was
I can't remember
because
what it
all
was.
these things are tied to Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes,
like
that's
all these-
Have you heard the theory on that? Why?
Well,
I'll tell you after you get done.
so the highest creature to fight in Dungeons and Dragons is what Will drew for him.
What was it?
3-headed dragon.
Yes.
Or 3-headed monster, whatever. So
So the fan theory that relates to that is that the show is going to end.
and it's
With-
going to be fake.
It's going to go all the way back to the very first episode when they were in the basement playing Dungeons and Dragons, and this whole thing has just been them playing Dungeons and Dragons, and it's all just their imagination. That's why it's all Dungeons and Dragons creatures. Because the very first episode, there are 4 in the basement playing D&D. Will leaves, and that's when he gets taken.
Yeah.
There's that one fan theory is it's going to flash back to that. This whole time it's just been the 4 boys playing, and we've just been seeing their imagination on playing a game of D&D. Like none of it really happened. You know how pissed off
Wow, that'd be
people would
awesome, though.
But you know how pissed off people would be that.
Well, because then that means 11's not real.
Yeah, well, they'll get a show like they'll get done playing and they'll go outside and 11's just a girl that they saw, so that's why they used her, and it'll show where they got their ideas for everything.
That means what's the
The
sheriff's name?
Copper?
The cop is not.
Dead
No,
or
but
whatever?
they said, well, remember he came back.
Oh, he came back. Yeah.
But like I said, he's the sheriff, so they used the omen.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one
Yeah,
big
he
fan.
was in Siberia in a
Yeah.
prison. Or
Oh, I forgot about that.
That was pretty good when they had to bust him out.
Yeah.
But no, that's one fan theory. Is this whole thing's just them playing D&D.
Just a game of
It's
D&D.
just their imagination.
That's
as
pretty
they're-
damn neat, though.
as they're telling the story, and that's why all these creatures and everything's so linked to D&D.
What was that last M. Night Shyamalan movie you told me to watch?
Oh, Trapped.
Where the
Serial
little-
killer
the
guy.
girl-
It's called Trap.
Whatever.
Oh,
What a terrible movie.
Yeah, it's okay, but I mean, it's not horrible.
The ending was terrible.
Yeah, I was hoping there'd be more.
But it didn't,
I mean, he
but it
does.
didn't really have a twist besides the end of it. You know what I mean? Like the end of it wasn't a twist in the mo- every one of his movies has that I see dead people
Yeah,
or
that's why I was.
it
yeah,
was just
kinda,
the earth taking, healing itself or what the happening or whatever that was.
Yeah, I was kind of bummed at the ending. That should have.
Or in M. Night Shyamalan, the Fog, isn't that one of his
No.
movies too?
No.
It's not him. Oh, where he hears the creature and he killed everybody else. And
The Mist.
the Mist.
That's Stephen King.
Oh,
M. Night did like Sixth Sense, The Village,
the happening.
The Happening, Signs. Signs was a good one. With
Oh,
the
and
aliens.
that was a dumb twist.
what was
That's the
what
water.
was Trap?
That's the one. The guy.
The guy takes his daughter to the concert.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I thought.
Like I said, I thought it was okay. When I say this one, but I was disappointed.
It's all right.
But
It-
I was
it
waiting
was-
for the big twist.
It
and I
was kind of
like,
like, oh,
But
the
but-
pop star just happens to be right here.
My favorite part was the ending after it's over. They go back to the guy that was selling the shirts.
yeah, and he's like, he goes, I helped
I
him.
ain't talking to nobody
Yeah.
else.
And plus, I got to be honest. I I missed like the first 30 minutes of the movie when I
Y'all
started
need.
watching.
Well,
I
you
got
didn't
a
miss
new
anything.
one. I got a new one. Y'all need to watch. It's called Novocaine. Have you watched?
Oh,
it?
is that the one where you can't feel any pain?
Yeah.
I want to see that.
It's
That
good.
looks pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's like a guy who can't feel any pain. For
He's
some
got a
reason.
genetic disease where he can't feel pain, so he has to like make reminders for himself so he don't hurt himself. And-
Remember, don't stab yourself in the face.
right? So he like drinks shakes for breakfast because he's afraid he's gonna bite his tongue off.
Oh,
God.
And so
but so he can't even feel that he did something.
right.
Oh shit!
I mean, he can die from his injuries,
But he can't
but
feel
he
it.
can't feel the pain.
Right. Oh, that'd be
But
neat, I guess. But
He's like he works for a bank and the bank gets robbed and a whole bunch of shit happens and it's pretty
It's
good.
it's the dude. He's off The Boys, the main actor.
Oh,
He's
the
kind
guy
of
that
like
plays this big superhero.
no. He's kind of like the he's
Oh!
the, you know
it's the
Huey,
yeah.
the one that's kind of the nerdy one.
Yeah.
That he's kind of the main character because at the very beginning it's his girlfriend that A-Train just runs through and splatters all
Right,
over the
right,
place.
right.
Yeah, he plays the Nova King. now.
have you seen the new movie with Mark Wahlberg where he's the bad guy?
Is that in the plane?
Yeah, in the plane.
I want to.
Well, I've not heard of any of these movies.
I
that-
forgot the name of it.
One thing that pisses me off is, and Chas really hates this. Like she gets really mad. They give too much away in the trailers now.
Yeah,
Like why give away? Because you can tell at the beginning of this movie,
that he's
you
gonna
don't
be
you
the
don't
bad guy.
you don't know that he's supposed to be the bad guy,
Yeah.
and then he. Well, they give it all away in the trailer.
Yeah,
The Departed? No.
No, that's very old.
Yeah, I mean,
but no, this
the
is like
Family Plan.
No, this is like a 25 movie.
This just
or
came out.
25.
Like
Oh,
last-
Flat Risk.
Yeah,
Yeah. He has a bald head. He looks
Yes.
so much different.
but I just wish that they do show too much stuff in the trailers now. I know they want to get people, but I mean, you see most all the twists and everything in the damn. Like right there, why tell people that he's gonna
And you can. The movie didn't cost shit to make because the
Just
whole
did what it
movie
played.
is filmed in
Was
a
it
little.
good?
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, I've seen better Mark Wahlberg movies, but yeah, it's all right.
So we did get another message on Facebook
Oh shit!
that said no, it was because we had Jennifer that said, "Hey, watch these two movies if you want to cry."
Oh yeah.
And she goes, "If you don't watch any of them, at least, or if you don't want to watch both of them, at least watch Hoochie."
Hoochie Mama.
Hoochie, that's my kind of movie.
Yeah, I was like, if you don't watch blah blah blah, at least watch Hoochie.
Hoochie and the Love Motel is what it was called.
Yes.
Okay.
If you only watch one, watch Hachi. It's based on a true story. She said, I'll watch movies over and over, but I only watched this one once because I cried so much.
Jeez. Did you watch it?
No. She just posted that to 7 hours ago.
You gonna watch it?
Sure. I got to find out where it's at.
Hachi.
I watched Wedding Crashers again.
That's such a great movie.
It's
God, that's so good.
Like the 3700th
That's
time.
greatness. We had a kid. I say kid one time that started working in her work. He was fresh out of technical, and he reminded me so much of the weird brother that's the artist and stuff. He looked
Oh,
like
really?
him, and he kind
Oh.
of sat over there like this. I was like,
The-
that's where I always get
Do
the
you wanna
term
play tummy sticks?
I always say it to a guy at work. I'll be like, let's play tummy sticks. I don't want to play tummy sticks. Get in the fucking closet. Get in the fucking closet. Get in the fucking closet.
Hide, get the closet.
And Christopher walking so great. Like, he comes in there oblivious that he's tied up, talking to him. He even sits down on the bed at one point and pulls on the rope.
string.
It just doesn't even...
Didn't he look over and see the painting?
Yeah, he just looks at it.
He's like,
And then he wakes up because that chick had him tied up. I was sexually assaulted last night. I feel like Jodie Foster from The Accused. I had my sweaty sock duct taped in my mouth. They're so good sayings of these.
Have y'all seen The Wrong Missy with David
oh
Spade?
God, it's so good.
The Wrong Missy?
The Wrong
Called
Missy?
The Wrong Missy.
So, yeah.
he's got like a dating thing where he goes to like a bar and blind dates. Well, he meets this girl named Missy, and it is like a total disaster.
Got real close to that lawnmower.
But he got her number from the dating thing, so he has it in his phone. Well, then he goes to the airport for work, and he meets another girl. Her name is Missy.
It's Molly Sims.
Melissa. And so he puts her number in his phone. Well, he's going on a work trip, and he's told he can invite somebody, so he invites the wrong Missy.
Oh shit!
And so the first time he gets to see her again, they're on the plane, and she comes getting on the plane, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" She's like, "You invited
And
me."
who is that? Who plays it?
David Spade and
So Molly Sims is the second
Is this
Missy.
on like Netflix?
The other one was one of the guards in Orange Is the New Black, like skinny, kind
the
of
one kind of
goofy looking one.
it's so fun.
Dude, it's so good.
Like even on the plane,
Oh, okay.
he goes to sleep and wakes up, and she's jerking him off on the plane,
Molly Sims. Okay.
Oh God.
and then she pukes makes the chum.
Yes. And she's a Helga.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns is in it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's funny.
Rob Schneider.
He's in all the David Spade
Rob
movies.
Snyder.
You know,
Oh,
He was on the boat.
Yeah, he was on the
the
boat.
boat captain.
Bobby Lee's in it.
hold on. Yep, Bobby Lee's in it.
Golly.
Uh,
I take it this was probably like a Vanilla Ice.
Unhappily Ever After.
Vanilla Ice is in the very,
Oh.
very end.
Yeah.
Does he play himself? Because his name
Well,
says
so-
Rob.
No, he plays him well.
Because
He
that's
plays.
because Rob Van Winkle.
That's
is his
that's
name.
who he's playing. Yeah.
Yeah. played
She meets, like, she moves on,
He
and
always-
she's still dating, and she meets him at a bar.
In almost every movie Vanilla Ice that he's in, he plays himself.
Right.
Besides,
Yeah,
Ninja Turtles.
he played himself.
yeah. Even
No,
whenever,
in Ninja Turtles he was Vanilla Ice.
Well, I'm just saying he plays him.
yeah,
he's not a character.
He's
Yeah.
sitting at a bar, and he turns and looks at her, and he has his hat with the Cupid on it.
Yeah.
You know it's him.
Because the last, That's My Boy, he played himself. Because when Adam Sandler goes to get his help, he's like, "You still got that 5.0?" And Vanilla Ice just goes,
So now you got some movies to watch.
Dude, The Wrong Missy. That's one you really need
"I'll
to
check
watch.
that out."
I've watched that one like 4 or 5 times.
It's good.
What was else I going to say? Oh, the only one I can think of Vanilla Ice when he didn't play himself was The Ridiculous Six, because he was Mark Twain.
Oh, I forgot about
remember
that.
he had
Yes.
he's playing poker and it's supposed to be Wyatt Earp and it's Blake
Oh,
Shelton
okay.
and stuff and he starts dancing. This movie was so stupid.
It was so good though.
God, it's one
That
of
was
the ones
another
that-
Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, well, Netflix paid him like a shitload.
Yeah.
Did anybody watch that one he did with like in space?
No.
I saw a preview for it. You don't know if he's like hallucinating or not because he's like alone in space.
Adam
but
Sandler?
he's talking to like this giant spider.
I ain't seen that.
It looked creepy as shit. It was one of them. You know, he
You
signed
wanna-
he signed a contract to do like 30 Netflix.
You want to
movies.
see it? Yeah.
I mean, why
one of
wouldn't
them
you?
was horrible, called Hoobie Halloween.
That one was terrible.
Taylor, when that came out, loved it, and so when they did the sequel, we had to watch the sequel.
It was just the Water Boy.
I just liked
He
it
was
'cause-
literally the
much,
Water
yeah.
Boy.
I just
Yeah.
liked it because they brought back the orderly Ben Stiller from.
Yeah.
And
and he's back.
He's back in Happy Gilmore.
And
too.
his buddy, the bug-eyed guy that's in all of his
Yeah.
movies, is a creepy neighbor that lives.
He always has all of his friends in it.
Yeah.
It's called Spaceman.
Yeah.
Adam
I ain't
Sandler.
seen that.
The trailer looks weird.
And you know what's also funny? He always has his wife in his movies. And then,
The Wrong Missy, she played the other
Oh,
girl
yeah,
that
yeah.
was going for the same job as
Yeah, yeah.
him.
And he always, if you notice Adam Sandler, smart on him if you're the director or doing all. He always has hot women. Mm-hmm. Always.
Right.
Selma Hayek.
the 2 girls from Grown Ups.
Oh yeah,
What's his name's daughter? Rob Schneider's daughters.
Drew Barrymore. No,
Yeah, well, true.
I mean, in Grown Ups, it was Selma was his woman.
yeah.
I guess if you're gonna Winona Ryder and Mr. Deeds,
Oh yeah,
yeah, I guess if you're gonna direct it, why not? Why not cast yourself with
right.
the hottest chicks? He's supposed to be like an average dude, and he's getting all these hot.
That
chicks.
was Winona Ryder that played the mom in
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. Yeah.
And it comes full circle.
Yeah. And we went, look, plan that right back into
It's
it.
He's dirt rich. I mean, he is
man.
oh,
like
absolutely.
Remember they said, like, Netflix paid him, like,
oh, it's ungodly
a
amount,
crazy amount of $500 million for, like, a 30-movie deal or
and they
something.
don't. They clearly don't have
give
to
it-
be great.
No. Some of them are.
One of
some-
them was good, where he played like the owner of a pawn shop. I forgot the name of it.
Oh, when he's Uncut Gems or whatever.
Yeah. It
But
wasn't
that
bad.
wasn't a Netflix movie, was it?
I think so.
I mean, it's Adam Sandler, but I don't know if it's Netflix. Because I thought that went to theaters.
I
and
did.
stuff.
I do too.
But it could have been like.
but that was
it
like-
still could be a Netflix.
But he wanted to do that one because it wasn't a regular movie like he
and then
makes.
there was one. He was a basketball coach.
that one was pretty good.
He went overseas and brought somebody back, and
I can't remember what that one was. All right.
that one was pretty good.
Never saw it. Did I say that movie was called Spaceman?
Yes.
Okay. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, I saw a little trailer for it. I'm like, what the hell is this? He's talking. He's in a spaceship, and he's all of a sudden there's this giant like tarantula in the spaceship with him. And at first he's freaked out, like, where'd this thing come from? And then it's like talking to him through like
February of last year?
Yeah, it just came out.
Of last year.
I never watched it, but the trailer
We had
looked
a
crazy.
$40 million budget.
Damn.
Netflix has so much money.
It's so
They just
crazy.
keep getting bigger.
Yeah, that's why our monthly charge keeps going up.
It's Paul Dano is the voice of Hanus, an extraterrestrial spider.
Yeah, it's a huge tarantula.
Oh gosh. All right. I told Tasha that we need to watch because she has decided she wants to watch it as well. Interstellar.
Oh,
And so
yeah.
we were going to lay in bed one night. It was about 8:00. She was like, "What do you want?" I said, "No, it's a 3-hour
Yeah.
movie."
You got to be
So
ready.
fucking-lutely
You got to be
not.
ready to sit down and.
Did y'all
Be
watch The
invested.
Gorge?
Yes, that was awesome. Remember, I talked about it on the show.
Is that where there's two people across?
Yeah.
I have not watched it yet.
Remember,
but I have it on
I
my.
talked about
Yeah,
it
yeah.
on the.
It's kind of slow at the
It's
beginning, but
I
then
liked
when
it.
they go down in there, that's
it's on.
when it
It's
gets,
on Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, that was good.
yeah, because that's when Tosh and I decided we were going to watch Fountain of Youth. We were trying to decide between Gorge and Fountain of Youth. I was like, just put on Fountain of Youth. It has
No, I
John
thought
John
I
Krasinski
thought
in
the
it.
Gorge-
You do need to watch Interstellar.
I know. Yeah, no. It's just it's. I
It's
gotta
a
find
long
the time to
movie.
watch it.
Yeah.
There's
I
a
need
problem.
I need to go back and rewatch it. I only watched it like 2 or 3 times. And
That's Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's the movie that has Jennifer Lawrence and somebody else in there? And
oh, Passengers.
that's
that
another one.
movie's good.
Another one I need to watch.
That's a good movie. Talk about a small cast, but that movie, you know the concept of it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're traveling through space.
It's like a whole community.
yeah.
It's supposed
but
to be
he
going
wakes
to like
her
a
up, but it's supposed to be light years away or something.
where he wakes up accidentally, like,
Yeah.
And she's pissed because he woke her
or
up.
for a while he's by himself, and
Mm-hmm.
he sees
I
it
mean,
finally.
I would have woke her up too.
Finally, he decides to. And for a while, he doesn't tell her. Woo.
And then when she finds out, she's pissed off. I remember seeing that.
Well, yeah, because he basically they're gonna die.
They're gonna die.
Because they're not supposed to get to that planet for like another
100 years.
200 years
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Pratt.
Tristan went and watched. What's the movie you just went and watched?
Sinners.
I heard that was good.
It's a really good movie.
Yeah, I heard that was good.
Sinners.
I would have stayed there and watched it again.
Yeah, I heard it was good.
It was really good.
Chad-
That good, huh?
yeah, I heard it. Like
I really don't like movies.
That's Chadwick Boseman or whatever his name is. What's that guy's name that's in there?
the main dude.
Yeah,
That's
Michael B. Jordan?
Michael B. Jordan.
Where
Chadwick
did you?
Boseman.
I was like, what?
Isn't that's
Black Panther.
Black Panther? God, I was way
the
off.
one that's dead?
Yeah, wow.
God,
R.I.P..
Jeez, he didn't
Never
even
forget.
He didn't even like Fresh Dead either. Jeez, no. Audrey and Ben went and watched it. They said then they watched something. I can't remember what she said. They watched another scary movie last weekend, and
Final
she said
Destination.
no.
Damn, I want to watch that one.
And she said it was like pretty gory. But I'd never heard of it. It's like now there's movies coming out in theaters. I'm like, I've never even heard of this movie. They don't really.
Novocaine's pretty gory.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be right.
Obviously,
Yeah.
yeah. Because he don't feel pain, so there's all kinds of shit that happens.
Well, since we got onto scary things,
Scary. Oh shit!
so I'm laying in bed last night, 2 nights ago.
Oh, yeah.
Last night?
Yeah, because you were asking me.
Yeah.
Like, I had something to do with
Put
it.
that in front of your face. No, everyone knows you had something to do with it.
I didn't have anything to do with it.
No, he's just hoping you did because he don't want to.
So I have a camera that is inside of my kitchen, but it sees everything.
We've already decided what that was.
What's that?
It heard you taking a dump.
Right. Yes.
That was loud.
Oh.
No, it was like, like he was like really humping down on it.
Remember, it's the ghost that fucked his line up.
Yeah, that's what it is. So I'm laying in bed, and anyway, but it's motion censored. And since I installed it, I never got notifications that, hey, something made it go off or whatever. And then all of a sudden, like 2 months ago, I started getting notifications. And I went through it. I even like turned down the notification so it's like on light rather than
Turned down the sensitivity.
yeah, sensitivity of it. And I turned it down to very little so I don't get as many, because if not, I'll get 800 notifications a day. But we're laying in bed. Tristan, Lexus, they're upstairs. Addie's upstairs in her room. Everybody's laid down in bed. Animals aren't roaming around. It goes off. Typically when it goes off, Tristan has snuck downstairs to grab food or something. Or Addie
Whoa.
You see him just on there.
or Addie has snuck downstairs to get something. And so I flipped it on to see who was walking around. And I have my headphones in because I'm laying in bed and I'm fixing to go to sleep, and so I'm watching shit on my phone. And so the headphones in, so everything's very amplified. And I hear a strange sound and nothing on the camera besides my living room kitchen area. And I go, what the fuck? And I made it go back to start the recording. And I go, Tasha, you got to listen to this.
He wasn't going to go in there.
Oh
to look.
no,
Dude, so I let Tasha listen. She goes, what the fuck is that? And I go, I don't fucking know, but there's nothing
that's
in there.
definitely it's a breath.
There's no one in there. Yeah, it's 100% a breath.
Tristan, did you do investigating?
So
You're the ghost hunter.
So now I, very under complete duress, walk in there.
You
Like,
did?
lights on. Like, immediate, all lights on.
With
No,
the
we didn't-
shotgun.
No, we didn't see that on camera. I wanted to see that.
I mean, it's going to be
You
recorded.
going in there in your underwear or something
Yes.
and like all paranoid. That's
With his hunting hat.
yeah.
So, look around. There's nothing. Nothing's in there. I call Tristan, but he's playing video games, so he can't hear me.
I was playing Marvel Rivals.
Lexus comes up, and I'm like, bring your ass down here. I need you to listen to this. And she listens to it. She's like, oh, my God. Keep calling him. He's too busy. Addie comes down. She listens to it. And she's like, what was that? And I'm like, well, we would love to know the same thing. So I want y'all to hear it. Y'all have heard it. I want everybody else to listen to this and tell me what they think this is. Let me make sure it's turned up. Okay. So this is just a video of my living room. And there's no fan running. It's close to an AC vent, but you would hear it the entire way. Like you would hear like the blowing the entirety of it, but I've never heard before. But and
That's the breath.
it's not very loud, so I'm going to try to do it one more time. Oh yeah.
I need to investigate, don't I?
Yeah.
I even
I mean, that's the breath.
figure out a way to make sure no
That
Like
is
I said,
a
you need to
radio stations connect to
You
it.
need to set up your shit tonight. Turn
That is
on
a-
all the lights.
Do I need to?
Yeah.
I will tonight.
Why wouldn't you?
that is a 20-second clip, and I'm going to play it one more time in case it was hard for you to hear. I'm going to do it one more time. It goes.
Yeah, I mean that's
It's another.
And then-
it was another can light
then-
giving it up.
Yeah, and for the rest of the 20-second clip,
nothing.
just nothing. This camera is 10 foot in the air
Above the pantry.
above my pantry, where no one can get to it and like get next to it and be like, hey guys, it's me,
Hey, bitch.
or anything like
Eddie
that.
would have
You know?
saw him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you gotta. Why is the ghost hunter been investigating? You've been waiting to. You got a ghost in your house. You gotta catch it.
I don't know, and so I immediately go,
You're hunting with
Tri-
me tonight, then.
Tristan, you brought that shit into my house.
And if you catch something,
No,
that'll
he was
really,
the first one to see
If
it,
you
so
catch
it
something,
wants him. I'm
it'll
bringing
really
him with
freak
me.
him out too if you find something.
So here's another thing. There was one night where, like, typically during the night, it doesn't go off. Randomly, it may go off if, like, the dogs are ready to go outside, so they take off and, you know. But there was another night, maybe 2 weeks ago, where it went off, like, every 2 minutes. And like I'm like, what? So somebody's in there. Like Annie's like really trying to sneak around this fucking house. So I'm watching the videos. Like every time it goes off, I'll turn it on. And now it's like a live feed. Nothing. And I'll watch it for a little bit. Oh, she made it go off. She's hiding until it goes off. And nothing over. And I looked at Tasha. I go, this thing keeps going off like every 2 to 3 minutes, and there's nothing in there. And so like I would just sit there and watch it for 20 minutes. Just waiting.
Freaking yourself out, too.
Dude.
What's going to be awesome is when you
Yep.
finally do see something.
I gotta go find my stuff. Hold on.
Like you see a hand come like over the bar, or like
Oh, I wouldn't.
or like something.
Just
looks
the eyes?
Yeah, something looks up. And,
Dude. And then
what would you do? Because you're stuck in this house. You built it.
immediately, I start going to those videos where people take videos, and like they're like, oh, my house is
Captured,
haunted,
yeah.
and they capture like the thing that's like the hand moving across the door
Dark,
frame,
something peeking
or the dark
Yeah.
figure, or the
What
face.
are you going to do when you catch something like that?
Dude, I'm gonna leave.
Where are you going to go? You're stuck here.
I don't know.
He's
But
going to
I'm-
put his bed out here.
Oh yeah, that's safe.
I mean, I haven't seen anything on here.
Yeah, I mean, take away the gas fumes. He'll be all right.
Maybe
sleep,
it's
I'll
just
just sleep really well.
Man, yeah.
Uh,
Why hasn't Ghost Adventurer been hunting? It's like you tell us like click like news to him. I said we talked about last podcast.
I told him last night.
how he's the ghost
This
hunter.
is your fault that all this shit's happening. And so I text Sam, and he's like, "Well, you're fucked. Your house was haunted." I'm like, "Don't tell me that. Like, I need an explanation on what this is."
There isn't one.
And I texted it to my mom, and now she's like, "Oh, you need to bless your
said,
house."
"Bruja."
Yeah, bless your house, holy water. I text Scott because his wife does all like the sage and stuff like around their house.
Cleansing.
Yeah, cleansing. So I said, "I need your wife to come over to my
Sometimes
house."
though that backfires and angers them. And
I
then
know.
shit picks up more.
I know. I don't know what to do. And then my mom's like, "Well, Tristan's never been baptized, and he's messing with this stuff, and it may attach to him because he's not baptized." And I'm like, "Well, fuck."
That's the key.
Right.
And he ain't going nowhere. He's going to stay on this land, so he's just going to keep bringing shit.
Well, let it go to his house.
That's going to bring it to the land where it can just roam.
That's not how it works.
Well, apparently it did, because it traveled with them.
Like Pat, what is it?
Oh.
Pet Cemetery.
Oh,
I
God.
did get told that we need to speak to Lindsay Burge.
Okay.
Either she lived in or her friend lived in that house.
The Hill House?
Yes. Or stayed in it or something. And she's got stories. And I meant to text her one today or yesterday, but I forgot. So she may have some stories she could tell us,
Okay.
which would be neat.
Yeah. Would it? Or would it just freak you out?
Well, it'd freak
more?
me the fuck out, but it's still neat. Like
Yeah.
I still like to see those things.
It's going to be neat as you are with the GoPro in the Hill House.
I won't.
You're doing it. We already said you were. Because you'll make it the best
Dave,
entertaining.
would you go into a place you know is haunted?
You don't know it's haunted. You just know stories. Nothing's personally happened to you. It's not haunted till something personally happens to you.
That stuff does kind of freak me out.
I've never seen a ghost, but I believe in ghosts.
Good. What up? You got one in your house?
I've got something in that motherfucker.
That was a breath.
It was
Right. And it sounded like it was real close to the
no,
camera.
it was
too.
right into the camera.
And it's 10 feet in there.
The Texas Tech softball girls are playing
Tonight.
now. Right now.
Oh, are they?
It just started.
Texas
they
Tech versus
playing?
Longhorns.
Longhorns versus Tech, baby.
That's pretty cool, though.
3-game series.
They paid that chick $1 million.
Yeah,
It's paid off, I
The
guess.
pitcher got $1 million for
Mm-hmm.
herself, $50,000 living expenses, and $26 a jersey
What pitcher?
The
for
tech.
Texas Tech.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Was that bigger girl?
yeah,
Yeah.
they paid her like she set records. Right,
They
for
gave
how
her
much
$1 million?
Yep.
And
For
it's,
for NCAA
But it's,
softball pitcher.
it's obviously worked because
Yeah,
she kicked ass.
yeah.
Yeah,
And she hits home runs.
yeah.
Oh, not because of that game.
No, they paid her.
Oh, they
to
did
get
that
her.
already.
This is like a deal.
That's her. Yeah, that's her NIL.
Yeah, so it,
Okay.
it
Well,
just,
actually, the Matador Club paying her. You know how.
yeah, so
yeah,
it just
whatever.
started.
Okay. What's it on? ESPN the Ocho?
On the ESPN
Yeah,
Ocho.
Yeah, it's still bottom of the first, 0-0.
Perfect.
Best of 3, right?
Yeah,
So is it today, tomorrow, Friday?
I think so.
Today, Friday, Saturday?
Yep.
Where are they playing at?
Uh,
Are they
is
in
this
Texas,
still-
in Lubbock?
Is it? It's not in Oklahoma.
Or is it
No,
a-
I think they
Oh,
they
no,
always-
all that's
they
played in
always play
Oklahoma.
it-
Yeah, I
That's
think-
right. All that's played in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
They
You're
always
right.
have the tournament in the summer.
Right.
Blake and Kylie went and seen the UCLA game. I think this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Oklahoma City. What's funny is, so it was double elimination, right? And the two teams that knocked Oklahoma out, Texas beat them,
And
then Tech beat them.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause they were
Oklahoma is like
they're
the
the
dynasty.
powerhouse.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
call them the
dynasty.
the queens of
softball. Which, I mean, they rightfully
Yeah,
earned. I mean, they win it every
yeah, they've
damn
been
year.
destroyed.
But
yeah,
not this year.
I'm sure Facto was watching.
Oh, yeah.
Because they wouldn't rob like the softball anyway. Now that Tex... Yeah,
Especially the Tech's in, yeah.
And there's no rules on pitching with softball, right? So
Well,
that girl can
there
keep.
is. There is. Yeah, so you can only pitch 12 innings in one day. If you pitch more than 7, or if you pitch 7 innings in one day, you have to have a day's rest in between.
Now, do they play 7? Do they play 9? Or do
I
they
thought
play...
it was 5.
5 innings they play?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I thought they played 7.
maybe.
But
Maybe.
shit, I don't know.
I don't know.
The games seem to go by really fast.
Well, you got to think they play on the side. They play on a what do they call them? A 50,
Yeah, it looks like they play
a
7.
50, 40,
7.
or 60, 40, 60, 40
Yeah.
field. So 60 feet between base.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what Little League plays on.
Yeah.
Not junior division, major division, minor
Yeah.
division. Those small fields that Hazen's playing on.
Right.
That's the size of the field they play on. Yeah, the size of the field doesn't change. Outfield distance does, but the actual size of the infield doesn't change.
Yeah, it's only 60.
Yeah.
But yeah, they play
60
7.
60-foot base paths.
7 innings.
Yeah, the game I watched the other night, I think it was the UCLA. They stole home plate.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Slid through the catcher's legs. It was-
And stole second at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's how they won the game, right?
no, that was at the beginning of the game.
Oh, okay. Because I remember seeing that highlight over and over again. It's pretty damn neat to steal home though, especially in softball because you can't lead off.
It was perfect timing.
Can't lead off?
And
Yeah.
and the
Well, I
opposite,
guess 60 feet.
and the opposing coach, he protested it because he was saying that the person on third base left early,
Yeah.
so they had to replay it. But it was perfect timing. The catcher, as soon as she released to throw it back to the pitcher,
Yeah.
that girl took off.
Well, she can take off as soon as the pitcher releases.
Okay, well, she took off immediately when she was throwing it back to the pitcher. So she had all that time of the ball
Oh, yeah.
getting back to the pitcher. Then the pitcher had to get the ball, wind up, and throw it back.
Now, I guess the protest or question it would be, did the pitcher have control of the ball in the circle? Because then you can't. I mean, you still.
I don't know what they were. I thought they were saying that she left early.
You can, if the pitcher has control of the ball in the circle, you can't leave the bag.
Until the ball leaves her hand, pretty much.
Well, but what I'm talking about when the catcher throws it back to her. So if she catches the ball and has control of it, you can't leave the bag because that's an automatic out.
Oh.
So maybe that's what they were questioning.
I know they said they were protesting if she left early, but I don't know what part.
But they reviewed it and said no, right?
Right. Oh, he's looking
It's
for a
get- it's-
screwdriver or something.
Yeah, he's getting his ghost catching stuff out. We're going to do some tests on you to see if you're...
If I'm the one that's haunted.
Yeah.
Drawers down below, left
It's
side.
probably
Man,
it's in a
it's probably-
package
yeah.
that hasn't been opened
Yeah, it's
yet.
probably still...
Keep going up.
It's probably brand new.
Well, these are brand new. I haven't used these.
yeah, see?
That's probably most of them.
I think are those the orange ones, Tristan? Yeah. Okay, those are the ones.
It's got the cellophane on
Are
it.
they the orange ones, Daniel?
Those are the ones Tasha's dad
Are they
gave me.
orange?
I think they are. He said yeah. Oh, don't use. Hey, there's actual. Look, one more drawer above it. Or is that drawer full of them?
He uses tools like you.
Yes.
He's been taught. You can tell he's
He's
taught
got a
Tristan.
crescent wrench using it as a screwdriver.
You can tell he's taught Tristan.
Very well. One of those drawers has a whole shit ton of screwdrivers in it, Tristan, on the left-hand side.
There, that was that breath again.
That's it.
So it's just you being frustrated with Tristan.
Yes. It's got to be that drawer.
Yes, it was the same drawer. You have to look at the different ones.
Check your draws.
Well, so we spoke about one-hit wonders. Rolling Stones released the top 50
One-hit
wonders.
Okay. You going to play them and see if we can
We're
guess
not going to
them?
go through all 50.
Oh, top 10.
We're going to go through the top 10 one-hit wonders. I want to see, are there any you can think of that belong above these? Because I guarantee you there's a bunch that belong above these. But
one of them's got to be... Now we're talking one-hit wonders.
one-hit wonders.
One of them's got to be Aha. Take On Me. Is that in the top 10?
Excuse me.
Take On
I know
Me.
the song.
Is that in there?
No.
No?
I mean, just listen.
Okay.
He's saying, "Shut the fuck up."
I
Yeah.
didn't know he was going to play them.
Yeah, I'm going to play them. Ready? Hold on. So it's a TikTok bit. I watched all...
My feet.
And I can't
I know the song. I'm
understand
trying-
why I'd want anyone else.
That was 90s.
Mm-hmm. No, it was 2005.
Really?
Yep.
God, that's when you get
Oh,
old.
I'm sorry. This is of the 2000s. Sorry.
Oh.
Of the 2000s.
Okay,
I
that's
forgot
what-
to mention
I was
that.
bringing up 80s.
Yeah.
The year 2000.
Yeah. Who? Okay, so who sang
It
that?
is Just the Girl by Click 5.
I know. I recognize the song.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I forgot all about this song.
I don't think this should be in the top 10.
No.
After watching the other 40,
I haven't heard the last two. I've never heard that one.
Blue Cantrell, Hit 'em Up. I like that song. That's a
I
great
know
one.
that song. I don't know if it's top 10.
I'm not...
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know this one.
That's Crazy Town.
Yeah, Crazy Town. The other one, Blue Cantrell. I forget.
Look my
And my crack.
That's top 10.
It's number 6.
God.
It's number 6.
Who sang
Number
that?
5.
Who was saying they're not one-hit wonders? They had a couple of hits.
I thought they had at least 2.
Yeah, that don't qualify. That's a good song, but that's Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Everybody. So that's Tipsy by I can't remember who's
Jaquan.
Jaquan. Is that that girl group?
No, it's a single girl.
Oh. Cassie.
Willa Ford. This is a terrible song.
This is top like
This is number 2.
that's ridiculous.
no.
This list has no.
That song is called Lip Gloss by Lil Mama.
Never even heard it.
It's a terrible song,
This-
and that song should not be number 2
This song shouldn't even be in the 100.
in this top 50.
Hey, dirtbag baby.
And I completely agree with that one.
That's a good song.
So I
Was that
think
Plain White Tees?
Wheatus.
I think that TikTok is going to bring a lot more one-hit wonders because a lot of music that I hear now originated from TikTok, and then
Oh, with the little dance songs and
Yeah,
stuff like that. Yeah.
Well,
Renegade, Renegade, Renegade. That one.
but that was like
This one right here is number 50.
that's number 50.
It's number 50.
Had a bad day.
I had a bad day. Yeah.
This one.
Oh, I hate that song.
Oh,
Was
yeah.
it Hinder?
Yeah. Number 49.
What's bad
But
is
that was a big song.
one hit wonder, and Blake knows the band's name.
Like
Usually
this
I
one-
don't.
this one's-
Daniel's the one that usually knows it. Oh, clean. That's a good
That belongs above a bunch.
Yeah.
Like all 3 of those songs
Yeah.
belong above everything.
I think we played that at that last DJ.
We did? Oh.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
Oh.
Chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side.
There was a bunch of good ones in there. There was some that I had never heard
What is
of.
stupid that one that was number 2? I didn't even heard that song. That's number 2.
My lip gloss is popping. My
That's-
lip gloss is cool.
That's on number 2.
Yeah, I didn't.
It says Little Mama.
Lil Mama.
Wasn't she was like a judge on America's Best Dance Crew or something.
Really?
I think so. I think that was her.
She's the daughter of Big Mama.
Yeah. Her mom is Big Mama. Y'all like magicians? Do y'all like have you ever been to a magic show?
I've never been to one, but I think they're neat. Like David.
I like the guys that do like David Blaine and them. I like the guys that do like the street magic when they walk around and like
Yeah.
freak
and
people out.
They're like, look in your left pocket, and that's where my
David
used
Blaine-
condom went.
Yeah, because David Blaine remember he did like levitate.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff?
yeah. All that street magic and stuff.
Yeah,
it's always
I
neat
like
to
the
watch.
guys that do that shit. Did you see the woman he had was in Harrison Ford's kitchen?
No.
David Blaine's in Harrison Ford's kitchen, and he's doing a card trick with them, and he has Harrison Ford do his autograph, or sign something on the card.
Yeah.
And then he takes someone, like throws them in the air or something, and he's like, he reaches in a fruit basket that's in Harrison Ford's kitchen, has Harrison Ford cut like a mango in half, and in the center of the mango that he just cut in half is the card with the thing that Harrison Ford wrote on.
Oh
it.
my god.
And Harrison Ford's like, at first he's like, get the fuck out of here. But I was like, he had to be in on it for something like that, right? I mean, come on.
Well,
You cut a piece of fruit open.
and there it
There's
is.
a card. I mean, you think of that. That had to be
We
rigged.
went. Tasha and I went and saw one. I don't remember who it was when we were in Vegas.
Chris Angel, mind freak.
No, it wasn't that. That would have been neat to see though. I like to
Remember
watch.
him?
Remember he had a show.
Chris Angel, mind
I
freak.
loved it. But he kind of very David Blaine. She levitated one. But remember, he levitated like up to the top of a street light, which was whatever. But
Yeah.
I'm just like,
They do some shit.
and it was neat to watch. And then we watched Tasha and I again. This was a drunk Turnpike Troubadour night over at the casino, and we saw there was on AGT there was a husband and wife called the Clairvoyants. I don't even know if they're still out and about now, but they were coming to so we drunkenly bought tickets.
Awesome.
And then like realized the next day, and it was like a no refund or whatever.
So I had to go.
So we ended up going. Great time. Got our picture taken with them. But they did the same show that they did on AGT. You know, like for their final. Like
everything.
on AGT, it's the finale, and they're doing like a big because there's only like 4 or 5 of them left or whatever. So they're doing it's an hour-long show. So they got to do. But it's still neat to see.
Yeah,
and they're looking for volunteers, and I'm like, me.
Because you're sitting there thinking, how are they? You know it's a trick, but how?
Yeah.
Like David Blaine batting the quarter in half. You see him doing that?
Yes.
He just-
I used to have one of them quarters that did that.
But I mean, he supposedly takes it from a person.
But that's
Doing
the
the
other
strip-
thing. The
people
people
gotta
they
be
pick
in
out
on
of the
it.
office, out of the
Audience.
audience.
Well, I mean, he's walking around on the
They-
streets,
I know, but
and then he bites it and goes, "Pff," and
They tell
but
him
that-
walk around on the streets and look for a guy in a purple shirt with
Yeah.
green pants.
like I said, it has to be people playing it.
So
Yeah.
I used to have one of those quarters that you could bite and then you blow it back on. It's just a quarter
Yeah,
with a
that-
rubber band around it. When you go to bite it, you fold it down, and when you go, you
Yeah.
kind of pull your thumb down. It flips that other one back up. Yeah, but I'm still amazed by magic, and it pisses me off that I don't know how they do it. One of the worst ones, and it's and y'all may have seen it because every time I'll try to Google how
Yeah, how
the
do they
fuck
do
is
that?
this done, and I never can find the answer to it. And like I'll go through the comments of the video, and they'll be, but it's like a little box, and when it's got like the outline of a man in the box, and it's got holes that go through the lid down to the bottom of it, and they place like a plastic man that fits perfectly in there, and they close it, and then he stabs like plastic swords through it, but the man doesn't have holes in him. How does it go through the man
I don't know.
or the little box? Which I think I saw somewhere how this was done. So there's a little box with a hole in it, and so they start by sticking like a stick through the entirety of the box. They're like, "Oh, look," and go all the way through, and then they open it and they put a piece of plastic that fits right into the box, and when it's closed, that piece of plastic can't rotate or flip up or down or anything. And then they stick the fucking stick back through the plastic in the box, like all the way through it. And they take it back out and they flip it open and they're like, "Look, how does it go
Some
through?"
kind of trick box.
Because they even show you that they'll set the piece of plastic up and they'll try to close the box and it won't close. I'm like, how the fuck they do that?
Some of those things give me anxiety. That's
why I have to see.
the ones where they put them in a tank and they chain
Like,
them,
like I said with David,
and you gotta. unlock
Like the
50
David-
locks
Yeah.
to get loose and shit. And I'm like, oh my
Well, that's
God.
why it's a great movie, The Prestige. If you've never seen it, watch it.
What is it?
It's about these. That's that the one. Let me make sure the actors.
Isn't
Just-
Catch Me If You Can? Isn't that like with magicians?
no.
What's the one that has like Woody Harrelson?
Now you see me.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah,
And they're like, they keep passing like this card around to each other.
yeah. It's supposed to. They're supposed to be doing a third one. Yeah, The Prestige has Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman, and Scarlett Johansson's in it.
Okay.
Oh, I'll watch it.
It came out. It came
well.
out in 2006.
You
and
had me.
It's got
Scarlett
my
Johansson.
interest now.
and it's pretty much about two rival. It's Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman. They're rival not music. I can't say it.
Magicians.
I want to say musician.
Have you seen the video? Hold on. Have you seen the video of what's that girl that does the interviews with people and she's like her name's Bobby or something, stone faced, and you've never seen her. She does her podcast. I think her name's Bobby. She's like a blonde haired girl, kind of pretty. She did one with Andrew, the guy from Bad Friends, where they were on the golf course. You haven't seen that? Anyway, she's like stone faced, but she's talking to this girl that's a musician. I don't know who she was, big old black lady. So she's just, everything she does is very stone faced, and it looks like she's being a bitch, but that's her character that she does. But she's like, well, I'm just trying to understand, how you got to be a musician. And the lady was like, what'd you say? She's like, I'm just trying to figure out how you became a musician. She goes, I'm not a musician. I make music. She's like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're a musician. And she's like, so you saying I do magic? You saying I do magic or something? Because that's not what I do. I make music.
I think I've seen that.
And that Bobby girl, she's like, I think you think I'm saying magician.
No, if you've never seen The Prestige, watch it. To me, I got it like it teeters on. I mean, it's in top 20 movie of all time.
Wow.
It's damn good. Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman, they were like partners, and then something happens at the beginning, like their assistant dies, and they become rivals, and there's a big movie twist at the end. Very good movie.
Well, I'm going to see where I can
Very
stream Prestige.
It's on Hulu and Disney Plus.
It's on what?
It's not called
Hulu and
Prestige
Disney Plus.
Worldwide. Right.
No, Hulu and Disney Plus.
Okay.
This says Amazon.
Well, you got to buy it on Amazon.
Oh. Hulu and what?
Disney Plus.
Oh, I've got Disney. Okay.
Yeah,
What's
it's
it called? Prestige.
The Prestige.
Yeah, Prestige Worldwide. Wide.
No,
The Prestige.
yeah, no. You have that is a damn good. I guarantee you all watch it and be like, and it's got a very good like twist at the end that you really didn't see coming.
It's another M. Night Shyamalan movie.
I don't think so, but damn good movie. I think it came out in like 2006 or something.
Watch.
Oh,
movie.
The Prestige.
It's on Hulu.
Yeah, it's on Disney for free, but no commercial. My Hulu has commercials. Don't watch it.
Yeah, so check that out. Watch it. It's a good
Okay.
movie. Very good.
Well, once again, we have to go.
Oh no.
Yep.
I guess it's time for another edition of Danny and Blake's Death Corner.
Boop 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 boop.
Sponsored by your ghost in the kitchen.
It's funny. I say it's funny. We recently talked about this show.
We killed somebody else?
You did because you brought it up.
Well, you killed.
It's when we were talking about TV
killed-
show themes.
We killed Norm from Cheers already.
Okay, now you killed this one then.
Oh,
Loretta Swift
to MASH.
from MASH. She
Hot,
played
Hot Lips
Hot Lips
Houlihan.
Houlihan. She was also in Bonanza,
Okay.
The Love Boat, Win, Lose, or Draw, Password, Gunsmoke, Match Game Pyramid, The Muppet Show, and Hollywood Squares.
She just guessed on all the other ones.
Yeah, she was guessing all those others, but she was Bonanza, Love Boat,
The password is
Gunsmoke, and the nipple. Hot Lips Houlihan. Did you find her attractive? Do you watch MASH?
I did watch MASH.
Did
when
you find? I did too. Did you find her attractive?
No, not really.
I think you did. You were supposed to because
Yeah.
her name was Hot Lips Houlihan.
Like Daisy Duke, I found attractive.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Right.
Now, she's definitely not.
Well, she's probably
Right.
Is she still alive?
in her, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's in her 70s, right?
But I did enjoy her on the show.
Right.
She tried to be.
Never really watched the match. So.
But Hot Lips Houlihan, R.I.P. And then this one I didn't know. Valerie Mahaffey. Best known for her roles in Desperate Housewife
Oh, yeah. I've seen that.
and Young Sheldon. She was 71 when she lost her battle with cancer.
What'd she look like?
She was one of the blondes on.
Oh, I didn't recognize her. Let's pull this up so you can see her. Oh, maybe I did recognize her.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know her. Chance showed me her because I was like, she looks familiar. But
I
where
didn't recognize
I'm
her.
like, where do I know her from? And then I was like, I know where I know National Lampoon's Senior Trip. Do you remember that movie?
No.
One of them horrible comedies that came out like.
Yeah. Well, the National Lampoon did a few different
And
ones,
this
right?
one's like this group of kids get picked to go like on a senior trip to like Washington, right? This class, and she was like the uptight kind of teacher, and I kind of because I saw her face like, and I had to look it up. I was like, oh, she was like the uptight teacher that at the end of the movie gets like drunk or high or something and gets all freaky.
Well, she lost her battle with cancer.
R.I.P.
At 71, R.I.P. And then,
That's it. No more. I guess that
you have one.
did I?
Well, I mean, your aunt.
Oh, wow.
R.I.P. to your aunt.
Thank you. Jesus. God. All right, well, that concludes an awkward
death corner.
Danny and Blake's death corner.
Boop, 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 boop,
Blake's
boop,
having-
boop, 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 boop.
Blake's looking it up on his phone.
Sorry. Yeah, I was like, who? Jesus.
Who was that sponsored by?
That was sponsored by
Chicken pot pie.
Chicken pot pie. Cody's favorite meal. Man, I wish I'd have made that one time when he was here.
I got a message from Cody the other day.
I think Cody would have liked that.
I think he would have too, because he refused to eat the
He said
green
he-
bean casserole.
Yeah.
And you could have set it up by saying, "Do you like the rotisserie chickens from Walmart, Cody?" Yes. Taste
then
it
you're
like
gonna-
this.
Close your eyes and open your mouth.
So Cody sent me a message. It was last Saturday. Oh, we were at Facto's house when he sent this, and I forgot to tell y'all.
Sorry, Dave.
Yeah, y'all had a outing at Facto's house, a rare outing.
I know.
Right. And we were told back porch. So me and Tasha are walking
Yeah.
all around
Well,
his house.
We showed up first and I was like,
We
it's-
knocked on the
I
door,
was like,
kind
I
of
sh-
looked in. No
it's like,
one.
there's no way. It's hot as balls out here.
He goes, Danny, where are you at right now? And he sent me a screenshot from DFW Scanner. It says, search. Fort Worth Police Department and other agencies are searching for a pantless suspect believed to be on foot in the area of Bacon Rotund Road.
Yeah.
I was like, gosh damn it, they got
They're
they
on
got
to
a
me.
description of me.
They're on to me. That would be an image they must saw your living room camera. This guy's butt naked.
Well, sometimes.
Wish that camera would have been there when you took that picture. Laying on the couch.
Oh, that was in my old house though.
Look at the camera. God.
Hail damage. Did y'all get any hail damage? So
Not
down
in
here,
my house.
we didn't get any here either. I mean, they did hail, and I take that back. We do have some hail damage that we didn't know about till just now, but it wasn't us personally. It was,
Took your underwear off and
I
looked
did.
in the mirror.
I did. I was like, "Oops."
Hail damage.
No, Lex's car was here
Oh,
getting held on, but it was like pea size.
Somebody
Now there was
took-
some quarter size hail,
Somebody did.
and
Just
yes.
so
My daughter, you missed it. My daughter got her car beat on about coincidentally a mile in front of Tristan.
What?
My daughter was in front of you somehow when that hailstorm hit.
she was at that.
She was at that place where they have weddings and
the
stuff.
little wedding venue there in between
Oh,
Melrose
yeah.
and Weatherford.
When
Oh,
the hail
where
hit,
my
she
wedding
whipped
was.
in there to try to
Yeah.
get under a tree, but that tree did not protect her car that much.
Yeah.
The tree was also on like just hiding the wrong side of her car.
Actually, the passenger side of her car, I don't think got anything.
Was
But
that she was under the tree
the
there?
roof, the hood, and all the driver's side got the shit beat out of it.
Like mine?
Yeah.
So Tristan was driving back from Fort Worth
Yeah, broken windshield.
after going to a game he didn't have to be at because there was no game.
Awesome.
He gets caught in the hailstorm.
Yeah.
And the first picture I get is just a picture of his windshield in a perfect circle.
It's three perfect circles. One where the actual hail hit my thing, and that made a perfect circle around that, and then two more.
Like it's like a perfect
Gets
1,
progressively
2,
bigger.
like yeah,
A ricochet.
That sounds supernatural.
Like right at my face.
it's right with his vision. And then he calls me. He's like, I had to pull over. I'm stuck in a hailstorm, and all I can hear is do 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 do
It was
do do
loud.
do do.
And then another piece hit like the outer ring of it and it shattered a little piece in it.
Yeah, my mother-in-law got caught in that. She called us from. She had made it to that new convenience store with the Sonic in it. Right when you're leaving,
That's where he was close to.
she had pulled
Yeah,
in there
but
because
there was no space in it because it was
She
everybody was
just
taking
pulled.
it up.
She just pulled over because she didn't want to drive,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole time you're just hearing it. She's talking. Chas has a speakerphone on.
It sounds terrible.
For a second, I tried. I was going slow, and then that's when, boom,
Yeah.
right in my face. I go, no.
And her
I pulled over.
and her car is about 3 months old.
You know, if only there was a way that
No, if bad weather,
people
could
would
be.
understand and know that bad weather may or may not be coming.
Well, you might not. There's this things called cell phones or smartphones.
What is that?
You can put apps on, like weather apps and stuff. I think some of them even come with the weather app on.
and
whoa, whoa.
and they put them in motion.
And they'll even send you alerts.
Wait a minute. What is this newfangled thing you're talking about?
It's this in my head.
Oh,
Pretty sure everybody has one, especially young kids that should
Yeah.
know better.
The Weatherford sirens were going off before we left, too.
oh God!
It's like fuck it.
And then Strawn and Gordon, who just got ripped
Yeah.
up by a tornado, they were under a tornado warning again. I was
Wasn't
like,
that
oh
last
my
night?
God! Yeah,
Last
Yeah,
night.
and
Last
when I
night.
turned the weather on, it was like showing the same exact track
Right.
of that last tornado. I was like, oh my god,
I was like, God,
But
there's just no
luckily
cleaning
nothing-
up.
nothing like.
But if you got any damage, call Orco Roofing.
Yep, they'll fix you up in a hurry, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Did you see the video going around locally? I don't know if it's Mineral Wells, maybe Weatherford area. I don't remember where it was. Of the roof salesman guy that came up to a house, sees a card for another company, pulls it off, rings the doorbell, knocks on the door, opens up, leaves his information, and then hides the other one's information like above their door,
Awesome.
and they catch it on the Ring camera. Isn't that weird?
And his name was Adam Smithy.
They do not knock; they leave their information.
That's right.
But so then everybody's blasting this guy, the company on this thread, and so the owner of the company chimes in and he's like, "We apologize. We got onto this guy, blah blah blah," and then everybody's like, he's sorry for what he did, and
Sorry you got
And
caught.
so
But he still left the card, right? He just hit it.
he
Right?
just,
It would have been better
He
if he
could have took it.
yeah, right. He just hit
I
it.
mean,
yeah.
there's always a bright side.
So now they're blasting the owner of the company. They're like, the original poster was like, well, if he wanted to make it right, he should have come back and pulled all that stuff down, because apparently that wasn't the only one he threw up there. Should have pulled all that stuff down
Oh,
and left it back in my door rather than y'all haven't apologized to me for what he did, and everybody's like he said the owner said he was reprimanded. And they were like, his reprimand should have been firing, and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh,
Damn.
my God. Jesus. But it's just, if you don't think every other roofing company doesn't do that, you're crazy. But also, he just got caught doing
you have
it.
to
So-
know, like, almost every house you go to has some kind of camera.
I mean,
just
everywhere
gotta-
you go, you're on video,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Right. Right. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
But and then I love just reading through and just giggling at everybody complaining, and it makes me laugh so
Yeah.
much.
Especially the anonymous ones. I hate the anonymous ones. Bunch of pussies. God, you can't even.
The Mineral Wells discussion
Like
page.
I said, it's
Yeah. Oh yeah. Somebody
It's-
posted anonymously today. I love Latinas or something like that.
See, if you do something like that, okay. But I mean, to go for one, just talking shit anyway, hiding behind your keyboard, even. But then you can't even put your name on there.
Mm-mm.
Gosh,
It makes me giggle so much because especially on those, like they piss me off, but it also makes me laugh because everybody's just
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you're so
Everybody,
scared."
like I
blah,
said-
blah, 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 blah.
I just love like when you go to the comments and people have like that meme of Michael Jackson eating popcorn. It just says, "I'm here. I'm just here for the comments."
Yeah.
Like, that's all. That's all you do is just watch it.
That's the first thing I do.
Oh,
If
yeah.
I see something like that, especially if it's anonymous,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, "Let's go to the comments."
Some people are funny.
Oh yeah.
There's some funny people. Out there.
Man, I sent y'all that deal the other day. That woman was selling breast milk. I don't know if that was real or not, but I 100% think it was.
So
I think,
apparently,
yeah, so do I.
I was talking to Tasha, and apparently that is a real thing, but typically it's not an individual selling the breast milk because
Okay.
you don't know what that person does to their body, even though they say they don't do stuff to their body, but that individual says,
I mean, she put it on like where I would sell a lawnmower.
right?
Basically,
Come and take a test swig. And,
take it right from the
yeah.
tap.
Come and take a fresh
Yeah, but I
fresh squeezed.
I
Fresh
saw that and I
milk
was
is what
like,
it said.
what in the hell? Why would you?
That's so weird.
And it was like $1 an ounce or something like that, wasn't it?
yeah.
It seems expensive. I don't
Well,
know.
it's fresh squeezed.
Well, that's true. That's true. But yeah, because you don't know, that's something that you don't know what's going on could make your baby sick. But there are some
Yeah.
people that,
Well, yeah,
that can't
but-
produce breast milk, I guess.
I get that, and there's formula and all that, but what if
stuff's
that
expensive.
person has freaking blood in their milk, or
Right.
Whatever.
Did your kids use breast milk or did they use formula?
She tried and then ran out very quickly, and we went to
Yeah,
formula.
Baby's
It's
hungry.
because somebody else.
I was
it's 'cause
using it all.
It's because somebody else. She'd be like, I don't know why David's like this.
Turns out that stuff's good.
David's like this with cereal, and he's got a milk test.
Puts in his coffee.
This stuff's good.
So Tristan, we had to use formula, but of course you have to use the
Special gas.
some special. Yes,
Similac, Ultra.
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah, gluten free
Yeah,
or
that
whatever.
stuff
You
is
know.
freaking expensive.
Well, it is. It's like $20 a container, right? I was able to buy it by the case
Whoa.
because I had a buddy of mine
And the hookup.
who worked at
Sam's.
Alco. What's the place over in Fort Worth next to where Kobe works? There's a big company over there that a buddy of mine's sister worked at, and so she could buy it by the case for like half the cost.
When's the last time you took something to get a refund at Walmart?
Oh, I'd never do that.
I don't either, but the other day I had to. And when I went up there, guess what is up by the front desk where you get money back? Baby formula.
Oh, it's locked up.
It's locked up
Yep.
in cases in front of where you
Jesus.
get. Yeah. So I.
In front of the customer service.
Yeah, and I asked the woman, I go, is this really bad enough problem that you got to put it up here? She goes, oh, yeah. She said they were stealing it from this store.
Absolutely. Well, they got condoms and sex toys or lubricants and all that stuff locked up now. Tristan, when he worked there,
Tristan
he had to
Tristan
stock it all.
Yeah, I had to stock
I
them.
remember that.
Yeah, it was all locked up.
They had that baby formula up by the front.
Well, that's
Service counter.
And think what it takes. I mean, if you just have your baby in a stroller, I mean, your stroller can hide a lot. But they've got cameras all over that fucking place.
Half of them don't work, right, Tristan?
Hmm?
Cameras, do they all work?
No, most of them are just show.
Yeah.
I always like to, when I'm in there, they'll go, security, can you scan?
That's because they
Section
have
45.
no cameras in there.
Hey,
so
do they
have
still
to-
have the mystery shoppers that walk around looking for people that's stealing?
They did when I worked
I
there.
don't know.
When I worked there was one lady that was
Yeah.
Mystery shop or whatever.
she'd walk around.
You always wonder if that's,
Trying to catch up with
I've
them.
got 3 people that I see on the daily,
They're probably them.
actually. But they'll go,
Man, they get
and
all
they
that-
come back,
Yeah.
and then just
That's
like
probably-
put stuff in their car, walk around.
That's
That's
probably
what
one of them.
they're just watching people.
I know 3 people.
Yep.
3 people.
Look at all the makeup locked up too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you can't leave the makeup. There's like one special
Yeah,
section 'cause
register.
with Addie. You can't, or if you leave that, you can either buy it there, but if you're going to leave and continue shopping, they put it in one of those cases where they used to have video games in,
Well,
or movies
plastic,
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, Addie was going to buy, I don't know what it was, cream or something, and they a little $40, $50 little thing of cream or something that she bought. I don't remember lips. I don't remember what it was. And so we grabbed it. And we're just walking out. And the lady's like,
Got to put that in the case.
"You can either pay for that here, or if you're going to continue to shop, we got this case. You have to put it in." I go, "What?" She goes, "Yeah, you either pay for it right here, or I've got to put it in this special lock case." I'm like, "What is happening here?"
Remember in the old Walmart, they used to make you like anything in the electronics little area, you had to pay for it there.
Yeah, and then they would tie the bag and
Yeah.
staple it with the receipt.
Remember how small the little electronics was in the old Walmart?
Oh,
It was
yeah,
so
yeah.
little.
Think about how long ago we had the old Walmart.
The snack bar was the best thing they had there.
Over
yeah.
there by where Sutherland's
Yeah.
is and all
Had
that.
the
Yeah.
icy machine and the
You buy nachos, hot
Pizza.
dogs, popcorn. All the old men would go there in the morning and sit there and drink coffee while the older ladies would just walk the store. And they still do that here, but you just know coffee being drunk. But no, I love, they call those a D1 Walmart. And Breckenridge used to have one until they built, it's not a super Walmart, but it's super Walmart.
Do y'all remember Cola and then
Alco?
Alco?
oh yeah.
Yeah, and now it's whatever that precision.
That gun place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, for about 6
Yeah,
months.
it was Cola.
And
Oh, no,
then
it was Alco.
Yeah, and then they
the
just
new
switched
company
the letters around.
made it Cola.
For about 6 months, I worked at the old Walmart.
Oh, really? What'd you do there?
So,
Lawn and garden.
no, I would have loved that.
Could I have a beer?
Now when they, so when I went in for the interview and they were hiring me, they said I was going to work in electronics, and I'm thinking, sweet, that'll be cool. That's easy. And I get there and they're like,
Actually,
actually, we can't put you in there because so you're going to be a 107. And I'm like,
a
I
187?
said, what's a 107?
A bitch.
Yeah, you did all. You went and got the fucking carts.
Vomit, clean up.
Yeah, you went and did anything like that. So anytime you'd hear him say 107, you're cleaning up something, you're stocking something, or you're going to get carts all the time. That job. But I remember I knew I had another job coming, so it was like just a filler.
Yeah.
So it's like I can do this for. And it was supposed to be longer, but then like when the holidays kicked in, it got like really crazy. I was like,
Gathering carts seems to be. Have you seen those remote control?
Yeah,
Seems to be the
things?
easiest thing.
Yeah, that's
no,
like,
when
that'd
this
be-
this was the old
Where you
Walmart.
pushed
So
it.
this was you had a rope that you tied for, and you just pushed all of
Oh.
them.
Mm-hmm.
And when it was a hot ass day out there, boy,
But there weren't that many carts at the old one.
you'd be surprised when you're pushing them in. You realize how many there are.
And you'd
But
have
yeah.
to like scoot them over to make them straighten
Remember
up.
what was the women's clothing at Walmart back in the day that
women's
Damn.
clothing.
it was like big, like it had a name. It had like its own brand, and like what was it called? I'll look it up. Y'all keep
Oh.
going.
Jordache?
No.
Rocky Mountain?
Maurice.
Oh, Jabot? Maurice
remember
and
there was-
Francois Jabot?
You remember what was that? Where Bell's was? There was a store called. It was a clothing store, but I remember getting.
Steele's?
It was before that even.
George's Men's Shop.
Anyway, they had T-shirts. Ocean Pacific. OP. OP, baby.
Uh-huh.
Oh man,
I used to have some OP
Okay, so
swim
I-
trunks.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember the Faded Glory.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
That's not the one I was thinking. They still have the George, don't they?
Oh, yeah. That's like just plain shirts.
Yeah, but I
and
remember
socks.
I remember the Faded Glory. I'm trying to find the name. It was like
So we were
it
walking
was like a lady's name.
while he's trying to find it.
Gloria
Estefan.
Estefan.
We were walking through there one time, the old Walmart, and my sister was
Vanderbilt.
Yes, my sister was real young. She's probably 4 or 5, and she liked to hide in because they had the clothes racks that were like circles. And
Yeah.
So she would like get in there and hide.
I like doing that. Too.
Me too.
Yeah.
And so it was me, my mom, I think one of my brothers maybe, and my dad was there at the. My dad would immediately we'd go in there. He'd go straight to the snack bar, and then we go walk around shopping. Anyway, my sister hides in one of those, and we lose her. So she's lost in Walmart. So you go up to the service desk, and you're like, "Hey, we've lost my daughter. You know, my mom. I've lost my daughter. We were in the clothes section. She apparently went and hidden, and she just wandered off. We don't know where she's at. So now they're, you know, we have a lost child or whatever they said in there, code red or something, whatever." And so now my mom's like, "You walk this way. You know, when you come in, go to the left. That was like, you go all the way to the back lawn and gardens, and then toys, and you come back around. It's like the automotive, and then it went to fishing, electronics, and then sewing and stuff like that.
any Walmart.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she was going to go to the right, and I'm going to go to the left. We're going to walk the outer perimeter, and then we're going to start hitting aisles. And so I'm back going toward, you know, and then back to the back where the bathrooms and layaway and all that shit, past electronics. Yeah. So I'm walking past the toys, and all I wanted to do is now look at the toys, but I got to find my sister. And I see a lady with my sister hand, and they're just walking. And I run up and I go, "Hey, that's my sister." And she's like, "Oh, okay, we lost her. You know, we lost her. We didn't know where she went. She ran off." And she was like, "Oh, okay, I was just going to take her up." And my sister goes, "She was going to put me on layaway." We were also there one time in the old Walmart, and they had those big tubs like what we have for the DJ and stuff right here. They had one of those, and me and I think Sam was in there, and I don't know. Oh, because electronics was like in the middle of it,
yeah,
right?
I remember it was like,
yeah. So we were right there right in front of it. Electronics had these tubs, and Sam was like, "You can't fit in that." I'm like, "Yes, I can."
I see where this is going.
Yes, I can.
Sure, I can.
He's like,
"I'll show you."
He's like, "Get in there and tell me." I'm like, I'm going to show you, but don't.
You knew what was going to happen. Why?
He goes,
So naive.
so I get in there. I'm like, "See?" And I got my head poking out, so you can't put the lid on. And he's like,
You're not in there.
he goes, "What I mean is get in there, and because we don't know that you can really fit in there. You got your head poking out." He's like, "Let me put the lid on." I'm like, "Don't lock the lid though."
Why would you?
Can we guess what happened, guys?
He locked the lid.
He locked the fucking lid
And
on
left
me
you.
and left me there. And it immediately 500
Panic.
degrees in there.
It
No,
panic.
I didn't panic. It was just 700 degrees in there. And so I'm going, "Let me out. I'm yelling, let me
Start
out."
beating on it.
The rest with the Friends episode. With
Some random person lets me out. Oh, yeah, where they
You're
get
like
locked in the cabinet.
Because Joey's trying to steal that big entertainment center, and the guy's like, he's like, you can fit it. That's big. You fit a man in there. There's no way a grown man's fit in there. I've done it once. Watch up, and he gets in there, and the guy just puts a
Lock
hockey
him,
stick
yeah.
to it, and just they get robbed.
And he goes, "Oh, man, he said he wouldn't steal anything."
How many of y'all ever, when you were little, got into a retired dryer?
I never did that.
Oh, God.
I'm good. I always wanted to, though.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
seemed like you could fit in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never. Did you?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Did you? How hard was that to get out?
It was hard. You had to be a contortionist almost.
Because to getting in is the easy part, I would imagine.
Yeah.
It's
And
getting
then
in.
once you're in, it's big.
Well, but also, when you get in, does it then rotate
Yeah.
100%?
God, that sounds like
So now you're like upside down or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, appliances don't get thrown away immediately. We know that.
Right.
Freezers.
Is that
and
gone yet?
whatnot. Yeah. Even the washer.
man.
I got rid of the washer the next day.
It's in the yard with
I didn't
fire.
want her to hear y'all's footage about a planner or something.
The worst thing I ever got trapped in was a fold-up bed. You know, the couch.
Oh, hideaway, or what do they call them? What do they call those?
Something sofa.
Sleeper sofa, or
sofa.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you get?
I'll tell you. This is good. So we're at my Uncle Kenny's house. It's me and my cousin Brad, who you've met. Mm-hmm. We're pretty young. I think I'm like 13. He's like 12, something like that. And he was laying on it, and I would fold up once, and then so I folded him up there, and I act like I was going to shut him, and then I stopped and put him there. Later, he tries to do the same thing to me, but when he goes to fake, he couldn't
Drops
hold
it.
it and shut all the way down.
Yeah, because once you get it
Yeah.
to where it's going in, it,
So
it
I
like
am-
pulls
And then,
itself
you,
in.
and then you just got to put the cushions
Yeah.
back on.
So I'm just trapped, and I can't move.
No, yeah, because you're locked
And-
in.
Like Cousin Brett said, you can just see my body imprint, and he keeps trying to, and he can't. He's not strong enough. He's like to pull me out.
Oh no!
Oh,
So
God.
at first I'm like, not. But the longer it went, I'm like, okay.
I'm going to die. I mean, you're going to suffocate.
And he said he could just see my hair sticking out like at the end. So he calls my sister, my older sister, who was down the road at my grandma's house, and he's like, "Hey, can you get down here? I folded up there. I can't."
I fucked up.
And she's like, "Yeah, I'll be down there in a
Blake
second."
tripped and fell inside the
So-
couch.
So she says, "I'll be down there in a second." The story gets better. So she goes, "I'll be down there in a second," and we're waiting.
And he's in there going, oh,
Yeah, I mean, I remember I was on my side, and I'm just
oh
I
my.
can't move.
So you weren't even laid flat.
No, I'm on my side.
Well, that's good, though, because at least you have a little
Yeah.
cushion
So
for you to breathe.
we're waiting, and so Brad just keeps trying. He keeps trying. Finally, Brad musters enough to. But what's funny, while we were waiting before he would just randomly reach down and like
Poke you in the butt.
pull my hair to make sure I was like, yeah, like not passed out because he was freaking out. I'd be like, what are you doing? So
I mean, that was his story.
So finally he finally does it. He gets me out, and I'm like, oh shit, I think I was in there for like 20 minutes. Another 10 minutes goes by. Here comes my sister walking through, and we're like, where the hell have you been? Like, Brad hurt his hand trying to get me. And she's like, oh, well, I just got out of the shower, so I finished getting ready. She had done her hair, makeup.
Oh,
like,
my God.
She was no rush to get over there. and
Well,
help.
because he didn't. If he had said, your brother is rolled up in the couch.
Your
Oh,
brother
he told her
might die.
exactly. He called her and said,
Oh.
I need your help. Blake's folded up in the bed, and I can't get him out.
she,
And she didn't give a shit.
she looks at her watch.
Yeah.
We got about 40
She took
minutes
like
before he
like
passes.
30 minutes to get over.
Surely there's enough oxygen for me to get my
And what's funny
makeup
is-
on.
No, she told him, keep pulling his hair to make sure he's alive.
What's funny is of course we didn't tell like any of the adults for like years.
Oh, yeah.
And but yeah, that was I guess the weirdest thing I've ever been trapped in.
That's one of the funnest things when you're an adult, when you're like hanging out with your mom.
and you
Oh,
can
yeah.
tell them all the crazy
and
shit.
you start going, hey, you remember that time?
So I was going to ask, is
Yeah.
there a secret that you've ever kept from your parents that they still don't know?
I don't think so.
Because you're
Yeah.
right. Like as you get older, now you're just hanging out
Well,
with them. Like you
I
tell
don't know
them
if
shit.
I don't know if there's a secret, but there's stuff I haven't told them. Like they haven't like.
Well, that's called a secret.
Well, I mean,
Something
didn't-
that's never came up.
yeah, I mean, it's never gonna come up, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna tell them if they.
It's usually when you're sitting around and it's like a subject and you're like, oh, yeah, dryer. Hey, Mom,
Yeah.
you
Hey,
remember
man.
that dryer that sat on our porch for 3 years? One time I got locked in it and almost died.
Did the door? Did you close the door?
Yeah. Somebody else closed the door.
God.
There's been children die from that.
Yes.
One time, my mom had this big ceramic duck
Uh-huh.
in the living room.
What
And
the
we-
duck?
And we had broke it, and I had super glued it back together, and never we never had to tell her because it was glued back together. If you really got close to inspecting, you could, but nobody. And then me and Matt and Sean are having a WrestleMania in the living
Oh
room.
God.
And keep in mind, we're like
Is that the concussion?
keep in
Matt?
mind we're like 16, 17 years old, and I'm Macho Man. That's when I'm Macho
Yeah.
Man. Elbow dropped Sean and gave him a concussion. But the duck broke. And we barely touched it, and it broke real easy. And I glued it back together again.
Oh God!
'Cause
Again?
It cracked in the same. And she had that thing for another 5 or 6 years, and it finally just, she was like, oh, it
Yeah,
broke on me.
That's what's fun.
broke-
is
and she's like-
your mom bumps it and
Yeah.
it fucking
Yeah.
crumbles. And you go,
Pretty
look
much-
what you did.
Pretty much something happened like
What'd
that.
you do?
So I remember I went to her house one time and I was like, "Where's the duck?" And she's like, "Oh, if I broke it, I barely touched it." And then like years later, I told her, I said, "Mom, remember that damn duck you always had?" And when you felt so bad when you said, "Man, I didn't hit it that hard. It
we
just must be."
glued
Oh,
that son
I
of a
said,
bitch together 4 times.
yeah, I told her I was like, I glued that thing together like twice.
What'd you do?
Remember that Chris Farley movie?
Tommy Boy.
Yeah,
What'd you
the door
do?
closes.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
It was pretty much like that.
He goes to open it and it falls off.
Cause
What'd you do?
I think she was like vacuuming and she just touched the.
Oh God.
She just touched the stool thing that it was on, and it just goes like.
Oh God, that's awesome.
So that's a good one of telling.
But you
later.
told her later.
Oh yeah. So remember that duck that you wondered how it broke so easy?
Yeah.
That thing broke like twice, and I glued it back together. Place.
That's awesome.
Did some good job though.
You got any of that? Anything like that you waited till you were older to say?
I don't remember an instance, but there was times when we were hanging out, and I'll go, "You remember that time that I came in at 3:00 in the morning? Well, we actually were in an accident. And we had to wait on the tow truck, and it had nothing to do with, Sean breaking his toe.
Yeah.
You know. She's like, I was wondering. Yeah.
Well, we had one live on the podcast. Tristan's.
Oh yeah.
He come.
He confessed to something.
Well, yeah, you heard it.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
when he confessed about the.
I mean, that-
Yeah.
He was just going out to meet a girl. You son of a bitch.
Man, what a bastard!
Oh God, that's awesome. I don't,
And he confessed he had done it like a number of times.
yeah.
before.
And then he confessed he was smoking pot throughout high school. Son of a bitch.
God.
Idiot.
Yeah, that's always good though.
Those are the. But that's the.
It's almost just like when it's like a funny story.
It's
Like
the-
that,
I mean, you're alive and laughing
'cause
now,
you can-
so it's funny.
you can laugh at things 20 years ago that
Yeah.
they wouldn't have laughed about.
At the time, yeah. No, and then you know they got mad. You know the parents get mad, but they're just like, well, you mean it's 20 years ago. What are you going to do
You know,
about
I've been around old buddies from high school though, and we're like talking like this in front of their
And they go,
kids,
"Shh."
and they go, no, leave that. Let's not talk that.
Well,
let's not talk about that.
in high school, I had a waterbed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they had the drawers underneath it.
Yo,
Shocker.
a waterhead?
Waterbed?
Oh,
We all had a waterbed.
I remember this guy.
I did not have
No,
a
I remember,
waterbed.
like-
No.
When we moved in with my
This rich, I got to piss so bad.
when my mom married my stepdad, he had one of those that became like
Your bed.
here's a bed, and it was a king size waterbed that had the drawers underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect places when you pulled those drawers out. The whole middle,
Had a channel that was hollow,
so you could hide everything.
Yeah.
So that's where I hid like booze, snuff, nudie mags, like everything in there.
Uh-huh.
And this was another one where I'd been out of the house like 5 years, and they still had that damn waterbed in that room. Like, it still looked like they never did anything with the room. And I go, Mom, check this out. Look. And I pulled that drawer out, and I was like, look in there. And she saw all this like empty space. I said, there used to be 6 packs of beer in here and all kinds of stuff. But, it was a perfect hiding spot. Because the middle of that waterbed was just the open channel. So that's where I hid like the beer, the snuff.
Oh, God.
You never had a waterbed.
Nope.
Okay, so you
Well, it
know the
takes some
concept. It's a big ass
Yeah.
bladder.
It
right?
takes some getting used to
Well-
sleep on it. I'll tell you that much.
You have heaters. It's just
I don't think I've ever laid on a waterbed.
it's just a flat piece of plastic that had a cord coming off of it, and you plug it into the wall. That's the heater.
Uh-huh.
It kept the water warm. That is the worst night's sleep you will ever have if that heater goes out.
Oh, yeah, because that fucker gets
It's
cold.
like sleeping on an ice cube.
Really?
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
that water gets
I
cold.
don't think I've ever even touched or sat on a water or laid on a waterbed.
Like I said,
Hindsight, they were okay.
I mean,
Were they comfortable?
you had to get, once you got used to it,
You
it took,
couldn't get out of the fucking
Yeah.
thing. That's one
You had
thing.
to just,
And
you
if
had
the
to
person
just-
next to you
Yeah.
moved,
Yes.
Now, they had like
it's-
those-
So you're
yeah,
moving.
it's like you were on PK
they had like,
at fucking
well, they
4th
had
of
like
July.
the,
Yeah.
they had like the waveless ones, right?
I had one of those
So
too.
did I. And it's still, you know,
but just not as much.
The waveless ones was like a mattress that's hollowed out, and it had like round baffles
Yeah.
that had
That's how-
water in them.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Like
But,
6
mine
or
was-
8 of them.
Yeah.
mine was old school water
Just-
bed,
it's a big
right?
old bladder, yeah.
And man, that's weird thinking about that. I had a water bed from like 15 to like 18,
I had one.
and never again. But
And
I remember at first I was like, I can't sleep on
So-
this fucking thing.
So, phone. Did you have your own?
Hell no.
You didn't have your own phone. So I had my own line.
I didn't
Yeah,
have,
landline.
I had a phone in there, but it wasn't like my own line.
I had my own phone line, landline phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had your own number?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh hell yeah, I'm cool as shit.
Fancy. Yeah.
Hell
I didn't have my
yeah.
own
Here's
line.
my number.
Yeah, and then got a little older, got a little bit of my own money. I had a beeper.
Oh shit!
You
So
have a beeper?
I had a beeper. It was never connected, but I
Oh.
carried it around like it was connected.
You carried around a
I had-
disconnected beeper?
I had a beeper too.
What's
I
your
didn't-
number? Oh, I forget.
I had a beeper too that it was never.
Connected.
I didn't carry it around though. I remember somebody gave me one, and I was like, "Well, I mean, it just sat." I never.
No, I carried it in my pocket, but I never they used to carry them on their hats and shit
Yeah.
like that. No, I had it in my pocket
I
where,
remember-
the clip was
Yeah,
out.
the clips
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
I remember my phone was my landline phone. It was a black phone that opened.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Um,
it would look like lips.
yeah,
I had a brick phone when they first come out.
Oh yeah, the
I
big
had a
one.
bag phone.
Oh god.
oh, my mom had a bag phone. I
And
remember.
then, and then I had the little Nokia
yeah.
phones.
I had one of those.
That-
But when
the-
I had my bag phone, my brick phone, I had my beeper connected to when I would get
Damn, was you-
I would
you
have
were-
a pager, and it would page me when I got a message.
Are you a drug dealer?
Yeah.
Hell yes!
He's a drug dealer.
I've been working since I was 14.
He had the
you know?
Zach. He had the Zach Morris cell
Oh
phone.
yeah. That's crazy.
I remember I got the first time I got a cell phone. It was like a year after high school. Never had one in high school. Like, only the rich kids had a cell
I
phone.
wasn't rich. I was just working. That's why I got one.
But I remember I got one like right out of high school, and I remember I had that. Never used it. Never activated it because I didn't have enough money. Ended up trading it in for a different cell phone at the Radio Shack over there by Metro, and activated that one.
Not Eagle Sound.
No, it was at that. Well, they would.
Yeah.
And I remember it was like some Sprint flip phone. I never used it because I never had enough money. I don't even remember how I got that thing. I remember I traded in for the blue Nokia.
That's what I had. One of those.
But my favorite cell phone of all time was the Razor.
I loved my
Yeah.
Razor.
I
I
had
had a Razor.
I had two of them. I got because I remember I had
The black one.
a silver one,
And yep.
and then went from a silver one to a black one. And I remember Chas had a pink one.
Yeah.
Loved that
The
phone.
pink one was so hard to get.
Yeah, I remember we found the pink one in Fort Worth because Christy worked for Verizon back then. But man, I loved them Razor phones. I loved both of those. Playing some
So for
Tetris
my
on it?
screensaver, I put
yeah.
looking like a Nokia.
Old school. Yeah.
school Nokia.
Do
I
you
remember
think-
I had one that you turned sideways and flipped up,
I had what Sidekick or whatever it was called.
and
Yeah.
then Chas had a BlackBerry
Yeah. I never had a BlackBerry.
with the ball. Then the ball would always wear out
Yeah.
and not work.
Yeah.
I had
then
a
she got a-
BlackBerry for work.
Then I remember she went to a new one, and the new one got rid of the ball, and it was like just a square.
Yep.
But yeah, the Razor was the best.
The Razor. I love the Razor.
Yeah, the Razor was a
'Cause
cool.
I remember we
phone.
had the blue Nokia, and I'd got ordered a Texas Longhorn
Cover.
where you take the
Because it
put
went
on the.
over. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I downloaded
Ringtone.
and it was PIMP by 50 Cent. but
Uh-huh.
It's just the.
Y'all remember
Golly.
texting?
Oh yeah.
Oh
all the
yeah.
time.
You had to go
333.
yeah,
Four, four,
yeah,
four.
yeah, yeah. You had to
That's
push.
what was. That's what
Oh
was
my
awesome when I got
God.
that flip up sidekick thing because it had a when you flipped it up,
Full
it
keyboard.
had a full keyboard.
Dude, I used to be fast as shit
Yeah.
with the
I
with
mean,
the 10 key.
the
texting.
BlackBerry. Look at my hands.
Yeah,
Try
oh,
to
yeah.
use these hands with
Well,
a
I mean-
BlackBerry.
Yeah.
I got so used to because we got so used to one hand text.
Yeah.
I still when I
I do it with one hand.
text, I'm a one hand texter.
Yeah.
I
You don't do the swipe?
I do.
I never use that.
I don't.
But you
I,
can.
no.
You can swipe the
But I-
words.
when I text,
Oh yeah, when they pop up. The
No,
word.
you so like you can
yeah, you can
swipe
slide your.
to type that. You can type THAT
so you
but
can-
swipe all the way
you
around.
can-
Oh, yeah.
But-
yeah.
no, I'm still a thumb one hand.
Yep.
'cause,
Yep.
You know, Audrey and them will be like.
But
Two
I
hands.
remember texting, and you have to hit 333 to get
Yeah.
a C.
A C, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, do
That's
you think,
why you
do you
would-
think your kids could do that right now?
No,
No,
they don't have the patience. For
They
it.
would learn and
Dude,
adapt,
And you get
I promise
so fast at
Yeah.
it too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you'd be so fast with just your thumb going. Brrrr.
Yeah.
And sometimes I would do a thumb and a finger. And dude, I was lightning fast with a thumb and a finger on that 10
Man, that's a good old
10
days.
key.
Y'all didn't have a beeper. What the
Well,
fuck?
I did.
Well, I mean, an
Did not work.
activated
No.
beeper.
No.
I didn't deal drugs. I didn't need one.
I mean,
Or I wasn't a male prostitute.
You-
Or something. He was either a drug dealer or a male prostitute.
you and me like iced tea. Beepers. Boom, 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 boom.
I didn't have enough money.
I never understood a kid that was our age having a beeper. Like I knew kids that had beepers, but
Yeah, a
it
lot
didn't
of
make
people
sense
did.
to me as to why they needed a beeper.
Until
They didn't need
until you see
one.
Dave walk up, he had
You
one
didn't
pant
need
leg.
one.
He had one pant leg up.
I told you, I worked since I was 14. I had my own money.
No, I did
No,
not.
my mom got one of them bag phones for a car when she was doing real estate, and I remember that bag phone, the
When I
black
went to
leather
work
case.
in a convertible.
It was a T-top.
When I went to work for the railroad, I had a bag phone in my truck.
Gosh,
Damn.
27 years ago, and they worked so good because they were 3 watts. So they worked anywhere.
Oh, really?
There was no dead spots with a bag phone.
And that still blows my mind. How in the hell are we in 2025 and there are places that I lose signal?
Yeah, there's still
I
those-
lose signal on 20 driving through the Brock area.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that happen?
I think the lines are overloaded.
Yeah, there's too much.
It's just so dumb that
My older sister had a clear.
I was talking
the
about
clear
this.
phone.
The clear
I was
phone.
talking about this today. How many times do you go down the highway? 80% of the time you look at any car and there's somebody on the phone, Daniel, texting.
I know. I can't believe they do that. It
As soon as we leave fact those, I can see his car. I can see his. I can
He's
see his.
sending
I
TikToks
can see
before
his,
we hit
I can see his,
281.
I can see his truck in front of me on 281, and there's videos coming
I'm
through.
getting TikToks before we hit 281.
So I remember I used to think, why is he driving so slow? Now I know.
I'm being careful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you seen the videos when they're trying to get the kids nowadays to use?
Oh, rotary phones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have no clue. And I guess if you've never seen them before and you look at it, you'd be like,
I mean, yeah, you hit the 3 and you think you're pushing a button.
Hey, and texting on that thing was terrible.
A rotary phone.
Nine.
I remember having one back in the day though.
we did
And
too.
you always had that
Okay.
one.
Ours
You
was
always
yellow.
and you always had the one phone that had the 10-foot.
Ours was like
Yeah,
30-foot cord.
where you could walk down the. You'd be walking.
I
down
was probably in the 4th grade, and we lived out in the country, and so we had a landline at our house, and we had a party line.
Oh yeah.
So you had like a neighbor that was close by, and if you needed to use the phone, you pick it up, and if somebody was, it could be your neighbor talking, and you go, "Oh, sorry," and you have to hang up and wait for them to finish having their phone call, and then you pick it up. If you get a dial tone, then you can use the phone. It was like a shared.
I can remember the house we lived in.
They had a party. They
Yeah.
called
No
party
shit.
lines.
I remember those. I can remember the house we lived in.
I thought that was like a 1-900 number or something.
No,
I remember the house we lived in, and I was in junior high. It's a house, coincidentally, that's 2 houses down from where I live currently. That's the first house when we got a caller ID.
Oh, yeah.
I can remember getting a caller ID.
Who's calling?
Now, most of the time, I remember
Don't answer
when
it.
I remember when they first came out. Still, half the time it just said unknown on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But
star 69.
Yeah.
This motherfucker.
yeah, but I remember getting that.
Yeah, and then you start 67, somebody, so
Yeah.
they didn't know who was
I
calling.
remember Mom had got like a caller ID.
Can you still do that now?
I don't know.
Probably,
Let me see if I can star 67 you.
but I mean, I remember getting.
Let me
that
see.
And Mom got.
You don't want to say it on air, but
What?
what's your phone number?
You don't know my phone?
Not off the top of my head without seeing it.
In other words, no, he has to hit your name.
Yeah, I do. Oh, star 60, not pound 67, star 67, right?
Uh huh.
Star 67. Do you not know your phone number?
Well,
Don't text it to me. I'm trying to
I was
dial your
texting
number.
it to you.
Oh, okay. Well, I just want to see if it comes up as unknown.
It does. No ID, no caller ID.
Dude, that's awesome.
It
So
still
star 67
works.
still works.
Now, it's,
Now
so,
can
Now
you
see
star
if star 69
69
works.
so I just dial star 69.
Yeah, star 69 then call. It may not do it because it was unknown.
To speak to a customer service.
No.
Okay, so let me call you regular, and then see if you can
And
start.
then hang up.
Yeah. And then we'll just see if star 69 works still.
Should I answer it?
Sure. Okay. Now star 67. Star 69, I mean.
I think
So
you
star
have to
67 still
hang
works.
up before he can answer.
Oh, really?
I think.
Welcome to Verizon.
Okay, so let me hang up. We'll try it one more time.
Like you call, but you don't answer.
Yeah.
You hang up and see if it'll do it.
But I thought it worked if, like, you did, even if you answered.
Well, these are different times.
Oh, maybe yeah.
Is it ringing?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
because on Friday, remember the mom?
Mhm.
I star 69 her ass.
Yeah. And I know it was her.
Welcome to Verizon.
Nope. So star 69 does not work
It's
anymore.
star
apparently.
67 does.
Star 67 does work.
Noted.
Yeah, because you would always star 67 if you're calling somebody's house
Uh-huh.
and you weren't supposed to be calling their house.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Remember answering machines because you try to leave like a
Oh, yeah.
cool message.
Might
or
as
something.
well leave a message.
We will call you back.
Call you back.
I used to.
Because I remember people would like record like music from like the radio, like a song,
Yeah.
and then they play it.
Yeah.
Like
Everybody
if you'd
used to hate mine because I would go, "Hello,
Oh.
hello, hello." You're breaking up.
Yeah,
You're
that's
breaking
how-
up. And then they start trying to tell
Yeah.
you something, and you go, "Just kidding."
Yeah.
It's a
no,
voice.
that's how. I don't know if Audrey's is still like that, but hers was like that for a long.
Oh, really?
And it got me a bunch at the beginning. I can't hear you. What?
Addie's one time, and I don't know if it still is or not. I don't think it is. But I called her one time, and it went to voicemail, and it was Garfield. Hey, we can't get to the phone right now, or whatever, you know. And I'm just like, how the fuck did you get Garfield as your voicemail? But one of that used to be a big thing too, is trying to get a celebrity to you record them for your voicemail message or whatever. Because I've seen videos on that too, and I'm like, dude, I wish I could have had a. But who gives a fuck? The minute I hear you talking on your voicemail, hi, you've reached blah blah blah. I'm like, fuck off. Just I would rather hear, hey, mom, Sam, is not available.
One of the first real ringtones I remember downloading that was a real song, not the
Yeah.
what do they call 8 gigs? What do they call the music that like from video games?
Oh, yeah.
8-bit or
8-bit,
60?
yeah.
Real song was a song you sent in the TikTok when it's Pearl Jam.
Oh, yeah.
Yellow.
Yellow Ledbetter.
That was one of the first. I can remember working at Miller or O'Neill the first
yeah.
time, and I would put the phone opposite side of the room to make me get out of bed at 4:30 in the morning. You know, and that you just hear that ding, the beginning.
Yeah.
ding, ding.
That was funny the other day. You sent that one in the song. You listened to it, and it's like he was saying a whole bunch of
Yeah,
people's
that was
names.
great. That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
No, that's the same song. Yeah.
So
It's the
I
same
thought you
song.
sent it.
No, I
Oh,
think
okay.
he sent
No,
it.
he
Yeah.
had taken screenshots
No,
of
it
different
worked.
people's
Yeah,
songs
it
of
worked.
different people's names.
Because nobody ever knows what
Yeah.
Eddie Vedder's saying, you know.
And then
it's
they would be
matching.
like
Yeah.
some Asian name,
Yeah.
and it fell right with the song.
It's because
Yeah.
your brain, it's like that thing where your brain tricks yourself.
Into hearing, yeah.
Oh, the door and a
Because if you
ham
seen
and a
that-
horn and a
Because if you heard
head.
those recordings where it'd be like, do you hear this or this?
Oh, yeah,
and if you say, listen for this, you'll hear it. And then if it says, okay, now the same song, listen for this, and you hear it, your brain
Yeah.
tricks yourself.
To hearing whatever it is.
I had
Yeah.
a CD player that had an alarm clock on it. And you could rig it up to play the CD as your alarm.
Oh, really?
So mine was Aerosmith Get a Grip album, and the song started off saying, remember the song that's like, wake up, kid, you half past the never. It come on like it would come on him saying like Aerosmith. What the song started.
Oh,
with.
yeah.
So I used that as my alarm clock.
I have. Is it a timer? I gotta find it. I haven't, and I didn't know I still I remember having this as a ringtone forever ago. And now it's like on my alarms, I think it is. It's my like ringtone for my alarm.
So, on your alarm clock to get up to go to work, do y'all have one, or do you have like many that you set?
Oh, like just one alarm?
Yeah.
No, I
I
don't set an alarm.
What?
It's because it doesn't matter what time he gets
No,
there.
I typically wake up around 4
Yeah, but what if you
or
don't?
5.
Doesn't
I
matter.
have-
It doesn't
I
matter.
Like
have-
mine, I have to.
I have 4 alarms
Oh my
that I
god!
set, and they're like strategically like 7 minutes apart, and I'll know when I hear the last one that I have to get up.
So I don't.
That's smart though. Your brain kicks in.
Yeah.
Mine's just one alarm, and I will. Sometimes I'll just hit snooze once. Sometimes I'll pop right up. Sometimes I won't even remember hitting snooze, and I'll look and I'll be like, "Oh, I hit snooze 3 times."
Well, you can only hit snooze on an iPhone a
A
certain
few- yeah,
amount
a
of
few-
time.
and
I
it's
don't know.
just
I've
done.
never, yeah, I mean, I know 3 will, and they're like 8 minutes.
Not-
and
not-
then-
9 minutes apart. Yeah.
Usually, I'll hit snooze once.
So I didn't know, and I forgot. And this is only for if I set an alarm, and apparently it's my default sound, and it's a song which I used to love, and I had it actually as my
but if it's your
ringtone.
alarm, you'll hate it.
I still love it. It's still a great song. It's an old song.
It's Nickelback.
No. Oh, I'm getting a call. Right as that happened, I got a call. What is that? That's a.
Someone to love you. What was
It's
that?
my plane touched down at 7:45.
I remember that song. Call me, but who was that?
I don't remember, but that's so. Anytime I set an alarm, that's what plays.
What was the song that Facto kept singing last week? It was the 504 Boys.
I hate it when he gets a song stuck
He
in
got it
his
stuck
head
in mine.
because on my way home from wherever I hear him over and over, I'll start doing it.
I know it's featuring little. Oh, it's Too Short featuring Little Kim.
Oh,
But I don't, and I don't remember ever putting that on my phone. I don't remember when I did, but I do remember having that as a ringtone for one time. And then, but also I remember when your first phones started allowing you to set ringtones for each individual person.
Yes.
You remember
They
that?
got the
Yeah.
personalized. Yeah.
Yeah, so you could set like a ringtone for your wife and for your daughter and your son or whatever, you know. But then you did it for your back then it was for your friends is what you really did it
yeah.
for.
Like, oh, she's a crazy bitch, and you're like, oh, that's.
Oh, you ain't gotta
That's the one that-
look in your eyes. I can
That's
tell you
what
one.
Facto had stuck in his
You
head.
ain't gotta look in your eyes. I can tell you one.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, he had that stuck in his head all night. He just randomly would start to sing it. It would be out of my head and randomly start singing it again. But he only knew like one part.
Oh yeah, of course. When I look in your eyes, I can tell you one.
The only ringtones I change now
I don't.
is holidays.
You have a ringtone?
Well, I mean, my ringtone's just regular.
I don't have a ringtone
But-
because it's always off. It's on
Yeah,
vibrate.
it's on
I mean,
vibrate. Yeah.
Yeah, but the only time I switch it is holidays. I got a turkey gobble,
Oh yeah,
for the
You have
text message.
Halloween.
and then I have the Halloween theme for
Yeah.
the ringtone, and a werewolf howl.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's it.
I have.
I used to.
I have my phone on vibrate,
Yeah,
but
mine-
I do the bypass for the kids
I don't.
and my wife.
I do no bypass for anyone.
Well, I've noticed though, half the time though, even though this is not on vibrate, when it's hooked up to your watch,
My watch is also on vibrate.
it doesn't ring.
No sound.
It doesn't ring half the time. Like it'll vibrate, and it's not even on silent, but it won't ring. But if it's in a different room, like not, it's weird. I'm like, why doesn't it ring sometimes?
I think you just messed up.
You were just calling me a while ago, and it wasn't ringing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Was your watch vibrating?
yes,
Uh-huh.
but I guess this is on silent and it's linked up, so,
So
it won't
when
ring.
y'all go somewhere and use your navigation, do you use Apple Maps or Google Maps?
Apple.
You do? Do you? Apple Maps?
Yeah.
I use Google Maps. So just now, a year or two ago, you know, Apple Maps when you're when it's time to turn.
Oh, on your phone.
It'll
It vibrates.
vibrate your,
Yeah.
your watch.
And it's
Yeah.
a different vibrate for left and right.
right? So Google Maps started finally, but it works like half the time.
Oh, really?
But
Yeah, I
it'll-
like that.
it'll
The watch
vibrate.
things that'll get your attention.
Yeah.
That your
Yeah.
exit's coming up. I don't use maps. I wait, and if I get lost, I pull over and ask for directions like the old style.
No, you don't.
That'd be funny.
I do it just because I don't want to run into
No,
a
I hate-
traffic jam.
There's
so,
nothing. Yeah, that's the main thing. Even if I know where I'm going,
Yeah.
I'll turn it on just so because it'll it'll automatically be like,
Yep.
So this morning, I left to leave for work, and I didn't really pay attention. And since we have somebody in the railroad here,
railroad.
I leave and I go through Millsap, and I know at like 7:40, 7:45, that train is always coming through Millsap, right?
Dave's in the front.
And I didn't think twice about it. I just head that way.
They're not on a schedule, by the way.
Well, it's literally every time I go through it's
That's a
7:40,
fucking
7:45.
bad coincidence.
Yeah, well, then it's a hell of a coincidence. Because also it's the same time when I come home that it's coming through that son of a bitch. Because it happened to me
God
both
damn,
times.
how often does that thing run?
It's like,
There are not a damn schedule on that.
I swear to God, every time it's like 3:45ish and 7:45 in the morning. I don't go through Millsap, but this morning I did. On the way home,
That's bad luck.
on the way home, I caught that bitch again. And I forgot. So I catch the train. And I'm like, shit. And, then, and it's like the front of the train, too. That damn thing's, what, 700 miles long or what?
Well, the ones that run on this line are probably 15,000 feet long plus.
And so I'm just sitting there, and I'm like parallel, because I'm past the curve. I'm parallel, so I'm just looking at my rearview mirror, just watching, and I'm like, this thing is never fucking ending. And finally, I'm like, oh, now I'm seeing trees, and then there's a power pole, and I'm like, okay, now it's ending.
They called that number on that blue sign. You said they
Yeah.
I'm like, these motherfuckers. But then I get on down 113, heading towards
Oh, they
20,
got construction going on. Huh?
and now I get caught up in.
Is there a flagger
construction.
guy?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, this is
Well, so now I'm there. So now what should have been a 25-minute drive is now turned into 45 minutes.
well. Wait till they open that donut place.
Well, yeah, yeah. That's what I told Tasha. I
God.
won't go through there more. And then on the way back, I forget the construction, so I get caught in the construction, and I'm like, because I'm trying to get here, because I'm trying to meet the adjuster to look at Tristan's truck. And so 15 minutes later, I finally get past, and we're able to go because the flag now is from stop to slow. So now we're able to go. And I'm like, good, okay, good. Now I'm going to get there. They, she was here when you showed up at 6, Anyway, so pulling them, and I'll be a son of a bitch if the train's not rolling through. And I'm like, gosh, damn it. Twice in one fucking day, I get caught up in both because I forget.
Now that blows your mind. There's no schedule.
There's no schedule.
There's
I
no
swear to
schedule.
God, every time I roll through there,
There is no fucking schedule.
no shit.
No.
But there used to be schedules for
No.
trains?
Not that I know about.
Really?
No.
Is that part of your line?
Yeah.
This one here?
Yeah.
What is that?
That's
Union-
called the Baird Sub
No.
Division.
But who do you work for?
Union Pacific.
Union Pacific.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But the other one is BF&E or something.
BNSF.
BNSF. Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all hate each other when you see each other?
No.
Like, you son of a bitch.
No. Hell no. Hell no. What'd he say?
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's small. Not
there's another copperhead.
really.
Oh. I was going to go out.
about this.
Oh, shit.
I'm never forgetting about construction when they first started doing the Allsup's one.
Oh,
Because I go
God.
that way to work.
Yes.
The first week or two, I'd just be in the zone driving and completely forget about it until I get that stoplight and turn. I'd be like, I gotta turn left and go through that neighborhood. And then
Yes.
I was like, God. Now I remember, so I turned at the old Blue Tommies and cut
Yeah.
through right there.
By that park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now everybody else do it. So when I have to remember most of the time to avoid that coming home, because there is a long line at that stoplight
Yeah.
by Tommy's now that's backed
Do
up.
your kids know about Noah's Ark? That's up there on Morningside?
Oh, I remember telling them about it when they were little. I bet they don't remember.
I don't know if I've told them about it.
It's still there, isn't
Is
it?
it still there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy's trying to sell it.
Oh, really?
But-
Is it finished?
No.
Oh.
But it's like, apparently he built it.
Yeah.
and it's a whole.
That's been there for fucking ever.
Since I was.
So we were leaving that Allsup's, and I turned that way, and Tasha goes, "The road's blocked." I go, "Oh, is this one also blocked?" Because I knew exactly where I was going. I'm like, "Is it?" She's like, "Yes, you son of a bitch." We're pulling up there, and we're just kind of bickering back and forth. And Tasha and Tristan and Alexis are with us, and I go, "Have y'all ever seen Noah's Ark?" But by the time I remembered, we were already past Morningside, and so I just kept driving. I was like, "Go down Morningside one of these days. You can't fucking miss it. It is a giant fucking ship in somebody's yard."
I remember
I don't
taking.
even know how they would legally move that out of there.
They'd
have to disassemble it.
I don't know how
Yeah,
you
'cause
move
it's too tall.
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I don't know how you would do
You'd
it.
have to tear it apart to fucking move it.
Yeah, I remember taking. The girls were little though, but I remember driving by and pointing it out. I guarantee they don't remember.
So if nobody knows what we're talking about, somebody in town,
The actual Noah's Ark.
Yes,
they
It's
have
in Winter Wells.
they in their backyard.
Literally
they're building
in a neighborhood.
replica.
Yeah, I don't think it's really a replica.
Well, like a smaller scale
but it's still a big man.
Noah's Ark.
And that thing's been there since I was a little
it's
kid.
fucking huge.
I don't know how long he's been building this thing, but it's been.
Maybe he's like raising the animals to put on it.
Right.
Two
No,
of each.
but he's in it like just a regular ass neighborhood that
Well,
you
he's
would
just-
see. Well, not like newer style neighborhoods. Think of like 70s,
Yeah.
80s neighborhoods
Yeah.
where the houses
It
aren't
was-
right next to each other.
It was new when he first started building it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's
Does that
still
mean-
there.
Does that mean he's lost his
Kinda
faith
in the
'cause
same-
he wants to sell it?
Over by Facto's parents' house, they took me by where the Biden haters were.
Oh, where they got the cars
Oh,
and stuff.
that's over. That's close to.
Yeah, that's not too
is
far.
that's
that-
not too far from there.
Is there-
that's over by the VFW.
Is their yard still like
Oh,
that?
I don't know.
I think so.
But I know their Explorer. They still Expedition. They still
well,
drive around.
They
It
added.
still has it on top.
Yeah,
Remember, first they had Biden, then they added
Kamala.
Kamala
Yeah.
to it.
Oh yeah.
It's
This is just people are crazy.
They went overboard.
I know they are.
the first time I saw that house, I want to say it was around either Halloween or Christmas because we were just kind of driving around looking at stuff. So maybe it was Christmas, and I even took a video of it, and it is just.
I mean, you would think
Remember
that's
when
like
he-
a Halloween display, but
Remember
it
when he
stays
got-
all year.
Remember when
Yeah.
he got like in the back of the parade, like he wasn't part of it,
Yes.
but he was like,
he was just driving.
but
With
he
the,
snuck in enough that he was like at the very end.
was it the homecoming parade?
That was one of them.
He was definitely in one of the homecoming parades.
I think he snuck
So
into the
it's-
Christmas
it's
one.
Biden
He's like right
with a
behind.
gag around his mouth
tied
tied to
up.
the top of the car.
Yeah, but he's sitting up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then in the house, it like one of the signs says, elect a clown, be prepared for the circus or something like that.
Drain the swamp.
Dude, and I drove by there and I'm like, this is
Yeah,
a little.
I think he snuck in the Christmas one time, and like Santa Claus is the end, but then here he came.
But I laughed as I'm video recording. I'm just because he's
God.
got all like Hillary and it just fucking everyone's
Like
there.
that's hardcore, man.
If it's still, is it still there?
I don't
That's
know.
what I was asking. I haven't been through
I'll
there
have
in
to
a
look
while.
because I drive close.
You got to imagine that's got to be on Google Maps then, right?
Has to be.
Do you think
Yeah.
that's on Google Maps?
Oh,
all
yeah.
that shit.
It has
It's
to be
been
because
there
it was,
long
it was
enough,
up
yeah.
long enough. Because don't they?
It's been.
How
I mean,
often do they do?
I don't know how often they do it, but
What I wonder how often they do.
they
I
do.
guess it depends on how many people you got doing it. Have you ever seen the?
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's like every 4 or 5 years.
I mean, I would imagine.
Well, you know you can backtrack.
Well, because so I can tell you when I first built my house, when my house was built, it was just the land,
Yeah.
and now it's the house.
Right.
And my house has been 2020, so 5 years now.
know you can-
It's 4.5 years.
You know you can back it.
Uh-uh.
You can go there and bring up pull up when you put your little guy in looking at a front view. You can go back a certain amount of years for
No
how long.
shit.
Because I can go back. You remember across the street from my house was that house on stilts that burnt down?
Yeah.
I always tell the girls about it. I said, you should see it. It was pretty cool. And I was like, wait a minute. So I brought that up. I could back up enough
To see it?
that house is there.
No shit.
And you could see it. And I was like, well, I think it backed up
Because
all
that
the
house
way.
was on stilts because it's on like the
Yeah,
cliff.
because that was like the bridge came across that half circle.
Yeah.
The bridge went into like the
I
house,
gotta
which
piss
was.
again.
But you can go and backtrack like 10 years at least.
I think I've done that once.
But yeah,
Just
you
messing around
you
on
can
accident.
see that. I was like, I wonder if you can go back enough to see that house. Sure enough, that sucker's there, and I think it burned down like. If I had to guess, I'm not moving to that house. 2010-ish? That it burned down or something? Yeah, I didn't know that. Audrey showed me that. You could backtrack
Yeah.
on the Google Maps stuff. I've seen that black van before.
Does Apple Maps have that view?
I don't know.
Street view?
Can't remember. Never used. Does Apple Maps have that view?
Street view? No. I use Google Maps at work so I can look at locations and stuff before I get there. So I just
Like
stick
to
with
visually
it.
see it?
I use Apple Maps sometimes, but I'm used to Google Maps. So
I just use it because typically it knows where I'm going for some reason.
you remember when we went to Florida and Matt was using Waze.
Oh, yeah.
I was using Google Maps. Y'all were using Apple Maps probably.
Probably.
But Matt made it same time I did. And y'all were stuck in the mall parking lot or
Yes.
something.
Yes.
Why did that
I
thing
don't-
take
'cause
y'all
it's
through
so
the mall parking
I don't
lot?
know.
Oh, God.
Can I get a beer, please? Yes. I always question
Yeah.
how do they know that there's congestion? Is it because of how fast all the cars using that program are driving?
I think people maybe
Like, I know you can report hazard on the road and
Yeah.
stuff like that, but how does it's got to know how fast you're driving, and if 40
yeah.
people
yeah.
have gone from 70 to 20,
Right.
that's how it knows that it's all backing up.
Because I'll get alerts all the time, like what is
Speed
it?
check up ahead.
Yeah. Or there's an object in the road,
Right.
and then it'll come up. Is it still there? And you can click it off.
Yeah, you can say
Is-
yes or no.
Yeah.
Speed traps always go nope.
Nope.
But typically there's not a speed trap. I've never seen one there that they said was there.
Right. It's already been.
Well, they say, like, have you heard, like, cops will. That's one.
Oh, the cops will do it?
The cops go on there and report speed traps on random places.
Really?
Just to get people to slow down. They'll just go on the app and report them.
I'm surprised they don't get on there and go, nope.
I've
nope,
never- yeah,
nope,
yeah.
nope.
That's one rumor is that cops will log in on, like, they'll get on there and report speed traps so people will see it and just slow down.
I have never seen how to report a speed trap because I'm driving. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to sit there.
Google Maps, there's a deal. It's like like plus or something. It'll say.
But as you're driving, how do you do that? You know what I mean?
I don't know that you would want.
I mean,
you might.
I mean, I don't know how
No.
people watch TikTok videos
Yeah.
and send them while
I
they're
mean-
Well,
driving
that's what I'm
either.
saying.
Why does he say I'm driving and I don't want to look at it?
I have one hand on the wheel, one hand on my phone, and how do I touch it on my screen on my vehicle?
You probably have to do it on your phone.
Yeah, you have to do it on your phone. Shit. Yeah,
It's
remember
just-
old,
I don't have enough hands, is what I'm saying.
did y'all ever have a radar detector?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it always went off at David's here in town because of the automatic doors. It always went off on Metro, and that's why the cops sat behind Metro.
It was X band, K band, KA
Remember,
band.
remember
band.
everybody had radar
And it would go
detectors, man.
X band, K band,
Yeah.
K. Mine
And
would
then
speak to me.
radar.
Yeah.
How about let's
Man,
see.
everybody had those.
How about the old school, like navigation, like
Like the Garmin.
yeah, like a
Oh
Garmin.
yeah,
I had one of
What
those,
they
yeah.
call the?
I had a
There was
Tom
one.
Tom.
Yeah, Tom
Tom. I
had a
everybody,
Tom-Tom.
everybody had those Tom Toms.
and then you
Oh, I had a
could you
Garmin.
could plug it
oh,
into
you rich son of a
you,
bitch!
you could plug it into a computer and download voices.
Yep.
So I had the Simpsons or Bart Simpson. I had
There's a speed trap up ahead. Who the hell is this?
I had a Sling Blade.
God, it'd take forever. By the time he gets it out, you'd be,
smell me.
You need to turn up
yeah,
ahead.
you'd be past it.
Oh, there's a Whataburger up ahead.
I
I
got
smell
some
me
good-
some French
and
fried
then-
taters.
Just French fried taters, mustard.
What is the one that cusses all the time? The little I didn't watch none of those. He goes, "You stupid son of a bitch!"
Like South Park.
South Park. Yeah,
Cartman.
Yeah, Cartman.
Yeah.
You, go, you need to turn, you stupid son of a bitch. Respect my authority.
Yeah, that's Tom. Everybody had those damn
Yeah.
things, man. Only the rich kids have Garmin. I don't know how
Back
you got
before
one.
that, you
Where'd
used
you
to
steal that from?
actually won that.
At A.D. Garrett's.
Yeah, no, actually won that in a contest. But before then, you had to go. There was the ones where you had to print out, like your MapQuest. You had to print out your directions.
Printing out MapQuest all the time.
I got lost using MapQuest one time. Didn't know where the fuck I was after getting lost because I'm letting someone else read the map.
Well, think,
quest
can
to
you
me.
imagine? Like, I remember going and
Having an
using
actual
an
map?
map. Mm-hmm. I remember being in San Antonio one time,
Oh, good lord!
and it was one of the laminated ones,
Uh-huh.
and trying to use that sucker to.
Oh my god, you missed your turn.
Probably 10 years ago, maybe a little longer. I worked. No, it was more than that. I was working on this crew, and the foreman. We got to his room, and he goes, "This week, it was the first day. You know, I work 8 days." He said, "This week, since we're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area," and he got on MapQuest, and he had all of them printed to every
stop.
pawn shop in the DFW area.
Okay, there's 400 of them.
For 8 days, we did nothing but go to pawn shops.
To find stuff that was taken or something?
No, just shopping.
Why?
Because that's what he wanted to do.
Whatever.
I'm in.
Hey,
Absolutely.
MapQuest, man. Them kids would shit if we were like
Here's your
printed them off and
directions.
handed it to them.
Oh my
There'd be
god!
so many wrecks.
They'd go, "No, I've got a phone. It'll tell me."
When this thing ever crashes,
Oh yeah.
falls, I mean, they will
Well, it was just like, what's Daniel's number? What's Daniel's phone number?
have no idea.
Do you still remember the phone number for your house phone?
There was one.
We only had one forever.
Yeah.
And I still remember that one.
6192.
And you 6130. And you never had to
15
dial the area code.
Yeah. It would just
No,
be
yeah.
325.
Yeah. and you also knew
Before
that,
that, couldn't you just dial 5 and then the 4 digits
I don't remember that.
Instead of 325,
Oh,
you
I
could
don't
just dial
A
5.
fast code?
Yeah.
Yeah.
325.
And because you always knew somebody, 325, that was everything Mineral was.
Right.
And if somebody told you 328, you go, oh, that's Millsap.
Yeah.
You go, what?
Or 682.
Man, that's
like when cell phones started coming out.
Yeah.
682. Oh, you've got what was that?
511.
Southwestern Bell.
Yeah. Southwestern Bell. Yeah.
I can't remember if it was 5115 or 1555. It was one of those two. God, I can't
682 was Millsap.
Uh-huh.
remember. Yeah, not 325s. Not
Oh,
452.
682 was Millsap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Not 328.
I think it was 1555.
So, but are there any other numbers that you remember just because you remember them?
No.
The phone,
Any phone
the
numbers?
movie theater.
What's that?
Oh,
No, you,
4222.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Forever, like Domino's here in town is like 1511. I don't know if it still is.
Is the movie still a
think
theater
it
here
is.
is still
I think it is.
4222?
Well, give it a holler.
I think it is.
Pizza Hut used to be 6144. And
You know too many fucking pizza places.
I worked at one.
And welcome to the Phone and Go movie information line.
Oh my god.
Golly. Yeah.
Well, text
Yeah.
Wow, that's been the same number forever.
That's a long time.
That's crazy.
What was the old Brazos Cinema
Brazos Cinema 3.
3? Was it called something else before that?
So
No, I don't remember
that place, you got the two screens. It's as big as that black background.
The two,
And then,
yeah, I remember you'd be
then
so.
you got the Grand
Yeah.
Theater that's like
'cause
your
I remember
garage
you'd be,
door.
I remember you'd be so bummed if like, oh man, my movie's the third theater, the one way over here.
I thought 3 was the good one. Because
One's the big one.
one's the big one. 2 and 3
Yeah.
are the ones next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you remember? Do you have a memory of the first movie you ever remember watching at the theater?
Not at all. I honestly couldn't remember that.
When I was young, my mom worked in a mall in Odessa, Texas.
Oh, AMC.
And I would spend a lot of time in the arcade,
Uh-huh.
obviously. A lot of time in Spencer's.
Oh, loved it. Gadzooks.
Man,
Yeah, Gadzooks,
Spencer's
and
was
then
the shit.
Orange Julius. Remember Orange
Man,
Julius?
you grew up awesome in
Yeah.
a mall.
Yeah,
Annie's
and
pretzels.
that was
I remember
mall
going
prime.
to the movie. I would go to a movie, and then after that movie was over, I would look out the door, and if nobody was out there, I would slip around
to the next one.
to the next movie, and I might see 5 movies.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you remember do you ever maybe like the first movie you
Well,
remember ever
the
watching?
one I remember
that
going
sticks
to
out. It might
by
not be-
myself was Indiana Jones Temple of Doom.
Hell yeah, that's a good one.
Temple of Doom.
Probably never seen it, you freak.
I have seen all the Indiana Jones. No, I haven't seen like
The last
Crystal Skull or whatever the last one was.
Temple of Doom had the little Asian kid. And
Yeah.
he was
Data.
like, oh,
Data.
it's-
It was well, it was Data from Goonies,
it's like-
and that
it's-
is Short Round.
It's
Yeah, sure.
like it's like
But
walking
he just
on
won an Oscar
popcorn.
last year.
Is that the one that's Om Nam Shiva?
Yeah,
Om
yeah.
Nam Shiva.
Kalima,
Kalima.
Kalima Shakti Day. Rip
He's
the
like
hearts
it's like
out.
walking on popcorn, Indy.
Yeah,
Walking
that's
on
not
all those
popcorn.
bugs.
Yeah.
Ooh, when they're eating the bugs and
Yeah,
shit.
and then he has the little blocks on the gas pedal and the
Yeah,
brake.
Short Round. The first he won an Oscar last
Yeah.
year, and Harrison Ford presented it to him.
Yeah.
That was awesome. First movie I can remember, like I was with my grandma and grandpa. It was raining. I remember that too.
Was it here?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was Land Before Time.
Oh, such a good movie.
So sad.
When his mom
Mom
dies
dies, and then I remember I liked the movie
and the
so.
star leaf falls
Yeah.
down.
I remember I liked the movie so much that my grandma got me a Littlefoot stuffed animal that was like that big.
Who was your favorite character in that movie? You don't remember any of them, do you?
Oh yeah, you had Littlefoot, Sarah. That was a Triceratops. You had Spike.
Uh-huh.
You had Ducky,
Uh-huh.
and
Nope.
and Petrie.
Petrie.
Petrie was the pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl. Do you remember that movie?
Man,
No.
Vaguely.
great movie.
I love
great
Ducky.
movie. Love. Yeah, Ducky was great.
Spike was good too.
I love Petrie because he was the, and then he finally got to fly at the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he was a pterodactyl that couldn't fly.
But then the Land Before Time 2 was terrible. I think there was
the
3
first
or 4.
one was like
the best.
great. You hear that song like.
Yeah.
I remember.
But I remember watching that. That
I
was
remember
probably-
Jaws when the very first Jaws.
I honestly, I don't remember any movie growing up seeing in the theater.
My
I
mom
know
said-
there was some that I watched.
My
Mom's-
first risque movie that like I shouldn't have been watching that
Footloose?
I watched.
No. I don't. Let me guess. Can I guess?
Yeah,
So what?
No, let me guess.
What? Give us. Okay.
No, let me guess.
this is like in the you
In
probably
the
won't
theater?
guess. This is
No, I will.
No,
I will.
Any-
Casablanca.
No.
Oh,
no,
this
no,
was-
no,
Oh, was it Nosferatu?
no,
that
no,
old
no.
black and white
No,
movie.
no. We're not that.
Oh,
far.
Charlie Chaplin.
Easy,
So this.
easy.
So this was not in theater.
This was a movie that was.
A movie,
Popular.
but this was it in theater when you watched it, or
Was
it
was it
that-
at home?
It was at home, like on cable.
One flew over
Porky's.
the one flew over the cuckoo's
Well, that
nest.
was one of them, but
Porky's
the
is
very
always-
first one I remember, and I'm like, my sister's
Animal
10
House.
years older than me, and she's like, cover your eyes, you know.
Animal House.
Blue Lagoon.
Oh yeah,
Never seen it.
there was boobies in that one.
Yeah,
Mm,
and it was incest.
Yeah. Well.
even better.
Yeah. Were they really brother and sister, or were they
Yeah.
just raised together? Couldn't
I
remember.
thought they were brother and sister stuck
That's-
on a
was that-
deserted island.
Was that Brooke Shields?
Yes.
And I remember that was controversial because she was like 16 or
Yeah.
something.
And she had bushy eyebrows then, too.
I love it.
Yeah, she was. I remember that being.
Oh, shit.
Oh God.
Yeah, I remember watching Little Mermaid in the Weatherford Theater down on the square. Remember that theater?
Yeah, I love that movie. Though I don't remember. Tasha knows where.
But that theater was right on the square.
It's not there. The building's not there anymore, right?
No. My mom said she watched Jaws when it came out in the Weatherford Drive-In, the one that burned
You
down.
remember the drive-in we had here? West of town, Brazos Drive-in.
Oh, that's where the teen club was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember the. But you remember the drive-in in Weatherford because it stood for a long time.
No.
Remember you first drive in?
Yeah, it's on the left.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I
By
do.
the transmission
Yeah, I
shop.
do. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, Mom watched Jaws there when it first came out, and
We went to this drive-in one time because you had to take
And
the
The
speaker
Exorcist.
off and hang it on your window.
Do they still have the one in Graham?
yes,
Do they really?
I think so.
That'd be awesome.
Or
There's one. There used to be one in Graham.
one in
by,
Graham.
by the baseball.
I think there's one in Granbury too.
Yeah. Yeah, the one in Graham is by the where
Yeah,
you
because
go
they
to
had
watch
changed.
baseball.
'cause remember they had changed
Oh, yeah,
from
yeah.
the they had changed from the speakers to tuning into like a radio,
Radio
station. 'Cause
station.
everybody's still in the damn speakers.
Yeah, but that's such a cool experience that our kids may never. I mean, there's the possibility that yes, but may never experience.
I have
never-
encouraged my kids to go to a drive-in.
Well, the thing is, I never think about it, and they're not the easiest to find anymore.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, there's only one.
the
45
last
minutes
one I
from us
remember-
either way.
Yeah, but I mean, do you ever? When's the last time? I never think about that, please.
But just now, I was told about
and
it.
I'll never think about it again. The last one I remember going to was one in San Antonio, and delinquents started shooting the screen with pellet guns down there. But I remember we were watching The Nutty Professor.
What do you mean by delinquents? Can you expand on that?
Little shit kids like
Of a certain race or something?
I don't see color. And
That's me.
But I remember on the big screen we were watching was Nutty, but over here on this screen that you could kind of see,
R-rated movie.
striptease was on. over there. And I
Oh.
remember I was like,
And you said Porky's. That was
That's
another
always
one.
a-
That was another one.
that's always the first one you kind of remember that. Oh,
Ball Buster or whatever his name was, pulling on
Yeah,
his
God.
dick through the wall.
I recognize
I
you.
have a confession to make, gentlemen.
You never seen it.
Never seen Porky's.
Either you gotta watch the first two are good.
He's never seen Porky's.
I
That's like Facto.
Animal House.
Facto saying he's never seen Smokey and the Bandit.
He's never seen Animal House.
Animal House. That's Jim Belushi.
Yeah,
Jim Belushi, right?
Animal House. A young Kevin Bacon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very young.
So I saw an interview with Kevin Bacon, just because you brought him up, and he was talking about he hates going to weddings,
Because everybody wants to do Footloose dance.
and so he'll go up to the DJ and he's like, "Here's $20, $20. Don't play it.
Don't play Footloose.
Don't
For
play
$20.
Footloose." Well, right. I'm like Kevin
You
Bacon.
better sling out a
Kevin
little more
Bacon.
dough
That's
than
like
that.
$20.
I'd be like, you better.
Come on.
I said somebody's going to pay me more than 20
Yeah.
right after you to play it.
To play
You
it.
got Kevin Bacon money.
Yeah,
You
no.
better be handing out
Yeah, because what the DJ's going to do is go,
Benjamins.
Kevin Bacon gave me $20 and said don't play it, and they're going to go, here's 40 to play
Yes.
it. And now he's made $60
Yes,
off
there you
of it,
go.
you know.
I
Or
bet that-
if Kevin Bacon
I
walks
bet
up and
that-
goes, give me my
I
money
bet
back because you
that-
played it.
I
Okay, I
bet
still
that
made
does-
$40.
I bet
Hey,
that
the
does
next
get
time
old.
y'all DJ, you need to use that to make some more money. Like,
Yeah.
like that lady right there in the red, she paid me $20 not to play Pussy Control.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, here's another
Be like,
20,
well,
don't play it.
That lady in the red is wearing gray.
Anyway, but I thought, because
Yeah.
he said
It's got to be horrible.
Well, he's like, well, because it inevitably happens. But
Yes.
he wants him to not play it because he's like, it's not my day. Like if I go to a wedding, it's
but
not
you're
about
gonna-
me.
But you're going to make their wedding more
But you gotta think,
memorable.
how many-
This is the reception. The
But he
big
doesn't
part's already
want to do
happened.
it either.
I know he doesn't want to, but if you go to a wedding, Kevin Bacon, you just got to accept that not only is Footloose going to get played, you're going to ask to get out there and do the
But
dance.
also,
Price
many-
of fame, baby.
how many weddings is he going to? That's not like a famous person.
I still would.
that they're not.
I
Gonna
bet they still do it.
on purpose.
Yeah, just to mess with them. Kevin Bacon, I watched an interview with him. He likes to sometimes get a professional makeup artist from movies,
To do them over.
disguise himself, and he just walks around, just to walk around like a normal person, like just to get that feeling back.
Did I tell you about the time that
Texas Tech game.
and
2-1, top of the 7th.
oh
Texas Longhorns.
oh who's home?
I think the Longhorns are in this game
Yeah.
because they're on
I
the
don't-
bottom.
Yeah, they're on the bottom.
Yeah.
Clean them out.
So Nick Valtier was over. I don't know, Colleyville or DFW, somewhere over there. He's just walking around. He's staying over there for some reason, and they're crossing the road, and he crosses the path with a guy, and he's like, he's with somebody. He's like,
Like, that
I
was
think
someone.
that's 100%. That's who that is, and so they get across the road, and now the person that he crossed is like he crossed this intersection, but he's trying to cross. So he's trying to get to the diagonal intersection, and Nick was trying to go just where he was going, over here to this side of the road, and so he then crosses back. Steven Tyler from Aerosmith.
No shit.
Wow.
Well, that's a big one.
That's a fuck. Just to be walking
Damn.
around I was like, oh my God.
Who's the most famous person you ever met? In person, you had to meet him. You had to walk up and say, like, actually said a word, not say, I see him.
What if I was, well, I've told this story. I was
I
crowd
know, okay.
surfing and Chester Bennington came up while during his concert and was singing. We were singing with each other.
You didn't meet him.
Okay, so Pat Green, maybe the most famous. I mean, honestly, I don't know.
Moses.
No. Cole Wetzel.
Oh, I met Cole Wetzel.
There you go. Pat Green's probably more famous. Actually, not anymore, but Troy Aikman, probably.
He just wanted to do this so he
Well, I'm
could
just
tell
trying to
everybody he
think-
met Troy.
I think
Aikman.
we've already had this.
Yeah, I think
too.
we have two, but I think,
He goes, Jesus one time, you know?
well, he talks to me all the time.
Well, yeah, he looks at me and says, Moses. Don't think I didn't get it.
What do you mean? Moses Malone.
Oh,
He's
Posty.
old too.
Oh.
Yeah, Troy or Irvin.
I met Daryl Johnson one time.
Bill Bates.
Did I tell you? I didn't meet Bill Bates. I wore his
I
helmet. Did I tell you my meeting with Daryl Johnson?
Yes. You told me, but you didn't tell him.
Met Daryl Johnson one time at a Cowboys thing.
Like a tailgate
For
thing or
work.
something?
No, for work.
Okay.
It's the small meeting where they're talking about Miller Lite, Dallas Cowboys, blah, 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 blah. And we brought these players for y'all to meet. And he was a dick.
Moose Johnston was?
He was a dick.
Really?
And
He probably was drunk and obnoxious.
and I don't know, like, the reason for being a dick didn't make sense to me. Because every phone had a camera on there, and back then it was terrible cameras. It wasn't great pictures that the phones would take. These weren't iPhone days, you know. This was, or maybe in early iPhone days, you know. And so it's a meet and greet. So you walk up, hey, and take a picture, and that's all you got. He wasn't even signing autographs, which is fine. Whatever. You get to meet a Dallas Cowboy.
Yeah,
Famous.
cool.
And
He was still a player.
no. He wasn't a player anymore.
Oh,
This wasn't. I mean, this may have been 10
I
years.
don't want
10
to be
years
a
ago.
player no more.
I'm not a player. I just crush a lot. Anyway, so it's now my turn to go up there and take a picture with him. And so I hand the person behind, because everybody was doing it. The person behind you would take your picture for you. Then you'd walk up, and then the person behind would take it. So I hand my phone to the person behind me, and never paid attention to what anybody in front of me was doing or what he was saying to anybody, because I'm talking to the people I'm with. Hand my phone, walk up, and I'm like, hey, man, loved watching you play. Didn't been a Dallas Cowboy fan my whole life. Dallas Cowboy fan. I don't know if y'all know this about me. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Decatur.
And
Racist,
so
this racist
he goes-
Cowboy fan.
he goes, we're not getting a picture. I go, what? Why? He goes, we don't take pictures with our phones. Either a real camera or you don't get a picture. And I went, well, I didn't know anyone was going to be here. I don't have a. It's a camera. What does it matter that it's on my phone? It's a camera. He goes, if it's not a real camera, you don't get a picture. I said, okay.
That's weird.
Grabbed my phone and said, you can go fuck off, you cocksucker.
Did you say that to him?
No.
I was just like,
He was like a giant man.
he like full back you.
He's a giant man. I wouldn't say that to his face, but as I'm walking away, I'm like,
It's-
"Are you fucking kidding me?"
You know, when we went to the Cowboys game together last year,
Yeah.
or year before,
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
do you remember, or was it a different time?
Oh yeah, Troy
He
Aikman
was-
and Joe Buck was right there.
Yeah, right there.
No, it wasn't Troy Aikman. It was
No, it was Moose Johnston. It
Oh.
might have been when I went with Facto.
because when we went, it
But-
was
Thanks for
Anyway-
bringing that up, you jerk.
Like right here by y'all's.
Yeah.
when we went, it
seats.
was Greg Olson.
Oh, that's right. Right.
Moose Johnston was in the booth.
Yeah.
And I was like, either I thought he was a much bigger
No, he's
person.
he's way smaller now.
He's
he's
shrunk.
lost a lot of
He's
weight.
shrunk, right?
No,
He was
he's-
still a monster of a man.
no.
when I
Yeah.
met him.
Well, you got to think you're probably like 15 years ago. So
Yeah.
he's still now he's way
Yeah, it's like
he's like 180 pounds now.
Oh no
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Well, he had all those neck fuses
Yeah.
and stuff, but,
But I mean, in my mind, I'm like, it
Yeah,
doesn't
that's just-
fucking matter. It's a camera. I'm not
well, who knows? Somebody might have told him
like what? Yeah. What
there's
is
some
the
kind of some kind of thing.
conspiracy
Yeah.
theorist?
He's just a conspiracy guy that was believing it. Have a little
There's-
relax on the moose.
There's been a
No,
lot
fuck
of
him.
lot of people around Weatherford that has spotted Coetzel. He
Well, yeah.
he has a house.
Doesn't
there.
he live over there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's his name? The Yellowstone guy.
Oh, Billy Bob.
No, the guy that wrote it all.
Oh,
Tyler Sheridan or whatever.
Taylor
He-
Sheridan.
he's bought a place like outside of Weatherford and everything.
yeah, and then did y'all all meet?
Hell no,
Billy
we didn't
Bob
know they
and
were
all them?
there.
No.
What's funny is me and Chas were at refs while that picture was being taken of Billy Bob and Sam Elliott right there at
Rick House.
I didn't see it till like later, and I was like, "Son of a bitch!"
And
Because
what's funny is I saw that picture
how small
and I saw Sam Elliott and did not recognize Billy Bob.
he's so little.
It wasn't until later that I saw somebody say, and Billy Bob, and I went and had to go look at the picture
He's
again.
so small.
I think I seen Tom Seaton.
yeah, that's who I
That
was.
son of a bitch has met everybody.
yeah.
Yeah, like in 1 week he met those two, and then he had met somebody
I
else.
did like Billy Bob's T-shirt.
Right.
It was a sleeveless shirt that was
Yep.
the Ghost of Mr. Chicken, which is a movie that. Remember Ghost of Mr.
that
Chicken?
only you know apparently.
I don't.
Don
remember.
Knox.
Huh?
Don Knox.
Don
Oh.
Knotts,
Barney
Not-
Fife.
Knots. Don Knotts.
Barney Five.
Barney Fife.
He was Ghost of Mr. Chicken.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, that's disappointing.
He was in the Apple Dumpling Gang.
Yes, and Ghost of Mr. Chicken, and what was the one when he turned into a fish? There was a Disney one. There's another Disney one. Damn it!
There was a movie called Big Fish.
No, he turned. It was a Disney one when they first started doing like the
The
animation with the
Animated with
movies, and he
people.
turned into like a fish or something.
I don't remember
You
that at
ever
all.
seen Ghost of Mr. Chicken?
And he was Mr. Roper, right?
Yeah.
Mr.
Three's
Roper in
Company.
Three's Company.
Yeah, he was great in that.
Dude, I love Barney. Don Knotts.
Apparently, you don't because you didn't know his movies.
Barney Fife though was where
Yeah.
he always had a gun with
the
no.
Andy Griffith
Yeah,
show.
he had a gun with no bullets in there.
Well, if you love him, watch
I don't love him that much.
the Ghost of Mr. Chicken. I make Audrey watch it with me like around Halloween. It's freaking great.
Never heard of her.
Before we go to, somebody seemed like in text messages they may had got a little
Butt hurt.
defensive
Oh,
about
It had to be a show y'all were on.
number
maybe
one
getting
fan.
this number one fan card getting called out.
Lamont.
You know, just now he said something about faces I make.
He goes, I saw the face you
Yeah.
made when you were talking
I mean-
about me.
I don't know what he's talking about. I love him.
We just need to know
Hey.
what
Hey.
Clayton's going to give
Yeah.
Blake, and then
Yeah.
we'll compare then.
I mean, I don't know what the most. I love him so much. That- I mean, he's been talking about taking
Hey,
his golf into that place we've never done. Man,
Yeah.
Hey, you're needing a new vehicle. Maybe he could hook you up with a Toyota.
Well, what's his hours like? Is it noon to two?
No, it's 3 to about 5.
But he got a little. So the text
We
messages
need to
after
have
this-
Clayton on and
We
see.
need to have him on at the same
We
time.
need to have Clayton on and
Have him
see.
have a-
Have him the same time fan off.
Have a true pilot
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
that we can ask questions that people are very interested in.
True.
And
Yeah.
then you got Lamont that can answer any Toyota question
That's
you
right.
have.
I mean, that is true. Anything you got to know, even if Dave doesn't know it, which would surprise me if he don't know it about Toyota.
Who do you think taught me all my Toyota answers?
Lamont's going to tell us, all about it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what faces he's talking about. I don't know.
That's your issue. You don't know.
I don't know. I just don't get what he's
It's
talking
funny
about.
because in the messages he was like, "I saw them faces," and I know exactly what Lamont was talking about because I also saw
What's
the
funny
faces when I was editing.
That
What's funny
proves how much of a fan he is because he's watching.
What's funny is when he's talking, I have no clue what he's talking about, and I'm probably doing something where I was joking, joking
Yeah.
about Lamont. Dude,
We love our fans.
we do. We are all 5 of them. Mm-hmm. We talk about the same 5. Is it 5 pushing?
Well, that's the ones that gives us feedback.
Okay,
A
5,
little more than, but
and 5 includes Us three.
Your royalties should show you how many
Rolling in.
fans you
I
have.
mean, you see, toolbox full of brand new tools.
Thank you.
Unopened. I
Lawnmower.
mean, screwdrivers. He's having to open the
Yeah.
packages.
No, he didn't. I opened it and put it in there.
Lawnmower, almost not leaking gas.
And I just used it.
Is
Seeing you put the can back
Yeah.
under the
No, I leave it.
carburetor.
I leave it there and I back it into the can.
my glass jar's still under the sink. I haven't fixed that yet. But I have been good at remembering to dump it, so it doesn't get full. Because at first I would, that was like, I'd be like, oh shit,
Oh shit!
truck's working.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Don't you fucking do that to me.
and that ghost is gonna get his ass tonight.
I swear to God, if I hear anything else,
I want you to finally, when you look and when you finally see something,
No.
that's when you're
I'll
lose
never.
your shit.
Yeah, I'll fucking leave. You will never do this again.
You'll see him running out in his underwear, leaving Tasha and the kids behind.
Oh, y'all got anything else?
I guess that's it.
I don't have anything either. We'll see y'all later.
Later.
See ya.